I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Oh, good morning! Happy Friday. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, baby.
Woo! Love a good Friday.
Yeah, man.
Weather's beautiful.
A little humid.
Yeah, a little humid for you?
Well, the allergies. Like the allergies hit me when it's humid.
Capri Sun.
Ew, what are you, 6?
That's what we have in here. Candy and Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
I needed
know.
a water.
You're 6 years old?
I had one
Nice.
yesterday for the first time in like 10 years.
Capri Sun?
Capri
Well, we don't
Sun.
have any water?
There's no water, yeah.
There's not. I thought there was a case underneath the thing.
There's Capri Sun and C4.
No,
Yeah. If you want
there's
the.
not a case underneath the thing.
No.
Nah, dude. We're like sharks that swim in here with water.
I'd rather you drink beer.
Or Pop Rocks,
Don't we have
if you want
beers?
Pop Rocks, too.
Pop rocks.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Well, welcome in. This is the Anthony Gargano Show presented by TrueMark Financial Credit Union. That's right, TrueMark.com/PHLY for the credit union difference. So the lizard gets hammered.
Yeah.
Right? And right off the bat, people are out of their minds. See? He stinks. They're starting pitching.
They got no depth.
Don't trade the kid. I got to tell you, the drive in is torturous because I don't know what to do.
Your anthem is Radiohead. You do it to yourself.
I know.
They're on XPN in the morning. Listen to little hippie music.
I can't. I need my mindset right to talk sports, right? So I listen sometimes, and I love my boy Tunis singularly. He's the best.
Everyone loves Judas.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the nonsense. It's crazy. The stuff that comes out of people's mouths. Like they never watched baseball before. It's a long season. You guys going to have periods. I don't know. Is he tipping his pitches? You brought up that to me the other day. Maybe. In fact, we'll get Segui on Monday to talk about it because that's a possibility. I mean, he may be doing that.
20 runs in 2 hours.
Right. Like
that's a lot of runs.
I mean, and by the way, they're not chasing anything. They're sitting on fastball and they're hammering it. Like when you get hammered like that, there's something up. Now I don't know. Sometimes dead arm will get you too.
Sure.
So he could be going through a little dead arm. The kid was great. That is real. Mm-hmm. Because he had 2 bad starts does not make him some issue. You see, he doesn't belong in the starting rotation. That's just idiocy. Stop. It's a long year. You got to play this out. We're just got into June. We're in the beginning of June. We are so...
We're only 4 weeks away from the All-Star game, Anthony.
You know what's crazy? We look at this stuff like football. It's amazing. And I get, what our soul is. But, geez, we got to stop.
Why? It's so much fun.
It's not. It's not fun. It's stupid.
Fit Dad's in chat saying Phillies stink.
Oh, Fit Dad. I figured out what I was mad at you for. You didn't like the Cowboys opening this season with Dallas. He was unenthusiastic. I love Fit. That's my main man. He is the greatest. In fact, you got to follow him on Instagram. He's so much fun to follow. His videos are the best. But dude, you weren't into the Eagles Dallas opener.
I wasn't at first, and you explained it to me, and now I love it. All in.
Yeah, I was shocked Fit Dad was out on that.
I mean, I kind of get it in a way.
I know
but
Fit Dad is an angry baseball fan. There's a lot of angry baseball fans.
There are, yeah. You're right.
Like, why are we an angry baseball crowd?
Because I think we're football fans first.
we're Philadelphia.
And so we take that mindset
Like
into
the Pro Street
baseball.
Bullies and football. Why are we angry baseball fans? It's like that's our makeup.
Right, but we also are intelligent sports people.
Sure.
Like,
Sometimes.
we know the game. Like we're intelligent sports fans.
There's a reason why like crimes of passion is like a defense. I mean, once the passion takes over, we're very passionate here. We just
That's a good point. That's
reactionary.
actually a great defense.
You know, we're just like
Crime and passion.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So crazy statements of crime and passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Emotions get the best of you for temporarily.
That's a good alibi.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Yeah, something's going on. Obviously,
I will say, a friend of the show, David Murphy, wrote a piece that is a little disturbing.
right?
And it's not pitching, it's offense.
Oh yeah,
Of the Phillies' 34 wins headed into yesterday, only 14 had come in games which they allowed more than 3 runs. They're 19-22 when an opponent scores more than 2 runs. So they're under 500 if the opponent scores more than 2.
See, that's and more than 2.
More than 2. They're 18-2 when holding an opponent to 2 or fewer runs, but look at some of those wins. They're like 1-0, 2-0. In other words, if Phillies pitching staff had allowed 3 runs in half of those games, they could easily be 6 games behind the Mets.
I buy that.
That's more problematic than the pitching for me.
Yeah, the pitching is fine. Bullpen's an issue. We know that, but the pitching's fine.
They need a shot. They need an auto. I'm sick of it. Just bring them up. They need a jolt in this lineup.
I don't know. They do need a bat.
Yeah.
They need a bat.
Where do you play
What
him,
about
though?
Crawford?
Playing
Crawford
in left
last.
field.
What happened
Wilson's
last
a pusher
night?
in left field.
So last night, Crawford. I think Crawford got
Crawford
pulled.
got pulled with. It was something that they're not super concerned about. Yeah, I'll find it. But yeah, I read it. It wasn't super concerning.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. Honestly,
But I don't want a singles hitter. I want someone who's got some pop.
I agree, dude. I'm with you. I mean, the problem is that you got
Quad. He's got a quad, tight quad.
Okay.
Hold on.
You got nothing other than Turner and Bryce and Schwarber.
Well, they're getting to be like the Mets, a little top heavy.
Yeah. I mean, Castellanos had a nice day the other day, but it's one thing when you're beating up Bowden Francis.
Yes.
Right? But, man, against decent pitching, like just decent pitching.
And Bassett's having a great, above average year.
Who?
Bassett.
Yeah, but
he shouldn't.
He shouldn't shut you
them
down
down.
like
No,
that.
no.
Come on, man. That's no alibi. That was bad. Yeah, we'll get to the fightings. I got to talk about that game last night, though, dude.
What is all? They're the comeback kids, dude.
Dude, can I tell you, Pacers OKC? It was awesome. Wow. First of all, I thought like everybody else, OKC wins and wins by double digits.
Yeah, what idiot bet that? This guy right here.
Oh, you had OKC?
Yeah, minus 10.5.
Well, listen, I don't blame you. If I was going to do it, I would have did that side. I mean, they were the best. And look, they led by double digits the whole game, basically.
They were up like
that
with
was
like
their first lead.
4 minutes
of the
left. They were
game.
up. Yeah.
It was wild. They were up 15 early in the fourth.
Are they just on a magical run? I mean, this is like their 4th crazy comeback. And Halliburton's just out of his mind in the last 20 seconds.
And Halliburton has been, it's amazing because they did a great job on Halliburton. We thought OKC defense is terrific.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrific.
But there's someone, he's like touched by an angel right now. It feels like that.
I mean that shot, he just pulls up and bang!
Yeah.
What?
There's no doubt it was going in.
No,
Like,
it was unbelievable. SCA was magical all night.
Mm-hmm.
Like SCA was great.
Yeah.
It was Halliburton and Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin, right?
Obi Toppin.
Draining threes in clutch time.
Obi Toppin kept them in the game because of those threes. Those fourth quarter threes, he kept them in the game. First half, it was TJ. TJ was their leading scorer at halftime.
Yeah.
He had 9 at halftime.
Right.
And it opened
In a
top and
finals
in the
game.
second half. Yeah.
9's your leading scorer at halftime.
I'm looking. I'm like, there's TJ, there's Isaiah Joe,
Yeah.
and there's Joel Embiid
Half
at
the
home.
process.
Yeah. No, it was what a thrilling game, dude. It was awesome. It was great theater.
I mean,
And listen, they pulled. Jalen Williams had a chance after chance. He hurt them because he missed a couple bunnies. He missed an open 3.
try to see what do you think? What do you think they are on the series now?
Who?
Let me see. Let's go to Bet Park, see what the series is.
I'll say OKC is minus 280.
335, pretty close. Pacers are now plus 265. I think they were plus 500.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think they win the series.
I'm starting to believe though there's something going on. Just feels like that.
It was crazy.
Sometimes it just happens with teams.
You know what's nuts is like, and they did a great job on the broadcast talking about the epic run. Like they're waiting for the epic run. And the OKC epic run happens, right? Like they had a couple of mini runs, and the one that put them up 15, I thought that was it. Like I thought, all right, they'll extend it to 20, and then that'll be the game. And it was just weird how it happened. Like a 3, a stop, a turnover. Oh, there's another 3. Oh, there's a 2, follow. Miles Turner, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I stopped paying attention for them. It was up 15 in the fourth. I was like, this is kind of over.
yeah, man.
Then you're like, what? You check the score, and it's like, what is happening?
I just want to look at the box score for a second because it was so interesting how that game kind of got away from him. I mean, like the greatest about Halliburton is, he's got 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like SGA had 30 with 8. Yeah, 38. I mean,
Halliburton's usually an assist machine, only 6 assists. Like, not a great game by him.
no, well, because of their defense.
Yeah.
But look at how many guys in double digits. They have 6 dudes in double digits and TJ at 9.
Obi Toppin 5 from 8. 5 for 8 from 3.
That's how you win. Like stuff like that. Nate Smith hit a couple threes during that run. Turner had played well during that run. Nemhart. It was just that fourth quarter, and they're like a garbage team. They're just scrubs, and they just come in and they play. God bless them, man.
Yeah, I might have to lean that way now.
I'm leaning their way.
Yeah, I think
I want the Pacers to win.
It's a good message to the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
I would if I love SGA.
Yeah.
I love him.
The merchant.
Yeah, what's not the
I
love?
enjoy him. So I want him to win. Plus, I don't know.
Big Alex Caruso fan.
I don't mind Caruso. No, I mean, I like that team. I like Chet Holmgren. I like
he
Jalen
came
Williams.
up weak, Chet Holmgren last night.
Yeah. No, I like that squad. I like the OKC. I think they're well coached. They're a fun team. I don't know. There's something about Indiana. Maybe it's because of Indiana basketball.
The Hoosiers.
Like, I just was never an Indiana. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, I'm the
root it.
same way, but we're talking about Oklahoma. You ever been to
Pacers.
Oklahoma City, guy?
No, but that's
Oklahoma
why.
City.
I just look at SGA and I go, I rather root for SGA.
We had this discussion at the bar last night.
I
Some
do
guy was
like
like, the poor
Halliburton, though.
people of Indianapolis, it must suck to live there. I'm like, what about the people in Oklahoma City? Like, why
Like
is
Plains.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I had to choose the two, I'd pick to live in Indianapolis over Oklahoma City.
Yeah, same.
Uh,
There's got to be nothing there. Just farms and plains and
no,
storms.
not there.
Tornado.
No, Oklahoma City's not. It's
Are
not.
they tornadoes? Is that Tornado Alley?
It's got to be, right? It's
Well,
Tornado
it's
Alley?
a little. Yeah, I mean, but a little north of a little north of that. But yeah, I mean, you're not far off there.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's not. It's a nice city.
It is?
Yeah, it reminds you of like Raleigh, North Carolina. It's
Okay.
like a boom city.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No architecture stands
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
It's just it reminds you of being in a Texas boom city.
Probably similar to Salt Lake when I was there.
More Texas.
Yeah.
Like it's a mini Dallas.
Okay.
It's I mean, you're right about that Oklahoma Texas thing. They're the same culture, so it's more like that. It's not, I've been there all over. I've been all over Oklahoma. Norman, I covered.
Oh, nice.
I'm covering sports.
Yeah.
Where else was? I trained in the Cowboys used to train in not Thousand Oaks. It's California. They trained somewhere in Oklahoma along the border, and I was there. That's where I got into that locust storm. Remember I tell you that?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Tornado Alley, locust.
Well, that's outside Oklahoma City.
Biblical. Yeah.
Yeah, I still.
Oh man.
I still remember going. I had to get from my car. I didn't want to get out of my car. From my car to the front of the hotel to get to the hotel, where I parked. I had to go through the storm.
Oh man.
And it looks like it's unbelievable because these bugs are huge. And there's millions of them.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Like, and by the way, I had to be 25, right? So, like, I'm still a little green in the world. I'm going, is this the end of the world? Like,
right.
Like, where the frogs
You go to
at?
Catholic school, you hear about these kinds of
Yeah,
things.
like locust storms. Like, what? Like, bug storms? Like, and I remember going, ugh.
The
like,
rapture.
The first thing I did was jump in the shower because my hair, like, my
I
back.
sneezed out, man.
Oh, it was terrible.
Like, afraid they're all
feel like
over
they're
you or
crawling
something.
on you.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible.
We got some OKC chatter. Ed Wright saying OKC featured cuisine is the saltine. Paul says it's not nice. He lived there for 7 years.
He lived in OKC for 7 years?
K Red said it's just poor Texas.
Yeah, that's about right. That's actually the perfect
Poor Texas.
Poor Texas, yeah. It's like a third, like if you have Dallas, you have Houston, or these big cities, right? Yeah. And then you got like Plano, and it's in between Plano.
I don't even
Houston.
know what Plano is. I can't even imagine what Plano is.
Yeah, I was in Plano. That's not a fun place.
But don't you think these
Like, I did a lot of the football stuff, like all those. Like it's that place is it's miserable. It's so hot.
Texas?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a fan. I've
I'm
never
not a
been,
big
but
fan.
I don't. It's not high on my attraction
I mean,
list to go to.
I thought Dallas was one of those fake me out boom towns. Like you could tell. Well, it's the oil money coming in.
Yeah.
And, it was like Dubai before Dubai, right? Like the whole.
Yeah.
Like, look, we're going to make big buildings and neon
a ski resort
right, like,
in the desert.
And it was just, I don't know. I never dug it.
I think
Houston,
now think about it. I'm all in on the Pacers are the anti-Morey team. He turned down the Halliburton trade. Let's have the kid win one.
I like
they
that.
do it without any real superstars.
I'm in.
Yeah, they're like it's
That's
like a
true.
stick
That's
at the Morey with the Pacers. I think.
I like that.
Spite teams are good. It's a spite team.
You know what? That's actually brilliant. The Pacers are the ultimate spite team.
For Morey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Especially
what?
he turned down
The
that
Halliburton,
trade.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? That's a great idea. That's actually brilliant.
I might have to order a Pacers hat.
There you go.
Hopefully it gets here before they're eliminated.
I like it. I like this spite team. I think I'm in.
Spite teams are good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And it is a Morey spite team.
Mm-hmm. He would hate this team.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had no interest in this.
Yeah. He would also hate SGA, too, though.
Yes, no threes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A guard that's a volume shooter who doesn't shoot threes.
Yeah.
He would hate that.
Yes. But
This is like the anti-Morey series.
Yes.
This is the anti-Morey finals. How would you feel like if the finals are going on and you're producing a play about 6-inch
basketball
what are they called?
players.
Rasputins? What are they called?
No, it's the Gulliver Travels. The
yeah.
Gullivers, are they? I don't know.
No, they're name, like crazy name. Little Putins or
Rasputins.
Pukins?
Little Putins. They're like little Russian guys topless on horses playing basketball.
I think if it's a Morey thing, it's the Pukins.
The small ball.
Yeah, but they're the actual creatures, the 6-inch basketball players.
Yeah, East Coast premiere. Oh my God! God bless you doing the arts.
Sure.
I got a movie you can invest in. But
let's do it while they're on the right trajectory.
yeah, that was a great basketball game last night. I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a background thing to me, but at the end I got excited about it. But
What do you mean? Were you out?
yeah,
Because you go out every night.
I've been out every night this week. But the pagan had a night off. She's been working hard. She's like, let's go out and get a couple cocktails. I was like, all right, let's do it. So, yeah, I was home by 10 o'clock. Nice, easy night.
What a life.
He goes out every night.
Every night.
Every night.
I couldn't do that, man. I'd be dead.
I mean, I'm not getting hammered. You do like a European. You go out, you have a couple beers, you go home.
Yeah, you do. You shut it down early.
Yeah, I'm home. I don't stay out late. I can't at this point.
Well,
not during the weeknights.
I mean, there's times you'll text me. It's 11:30. You're way in the bar. Well, yeah, I'm in the bar.
That's not normal on a weeknight.
In the pub.
It's usually on the weekends.
Yeah. Pubsman.
He's out every night. God bless.
What are these people called? They're Lilliput's. It's the Lilliput existers.
Yeah, he's annoying. I'm down with the Spite series.
Yeah.
This is the NBA Finals. Spite series for Daryl Morey.
Anti-Morey.
Oh, man. Between the eel and the lizard, it's been a rough couple days.
Oh, we got a super chat by Brandon Nam. He thinks, I think I'd rather have Halliburton over healthy Prime Embiid. In the playoffs, Embiid isn't as dominant and turns the ball over in critical time.
No. I mean, listen, it's impossible to compare because one is a big and the other's a guard.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're not wrong. Like, Brandon's not wrong about the turnovers, but he's, here's what you forget,
He's
Brandon.
put up more than a point a minute.
Here's what you forget, Brandon. When he's out of the game, they start to lose. Like, remember all those times when he couldn't leave the game, right? Like, when he left the game, the Sixers would lose the lead.
Yes.
The whole offense went through him. Like, as much as you go, Halliburton, he had 14 points last night. Like, Embiid drops 30 walking on the floor. He's 30, automatic 30 when he's playing. When he's healthy and he's playing 40 minutes, he's an automatic 30. He's way better than Halliburton. Just being real, Brand.
Yeah, I think Halliburton's just on the magical. It's like a Nick Foles run right now. So it feels like
he's better than Nick Foles.
No, but it feels like he's just got it going on right now. There's something happening.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick TO and talk to our friends, and we'll get the brain up here. Chop it up with the brain. And, of course, the brain is brought to us by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. We got back to hockey tonight. Edmonton, a favorite, right? I would think Edmonton would be
they were favored yesterday. I'd imagine it stayed the same.
And the Fightins are in Pittsburgh.
Fightins are like minus 135 today, I think.
It's a bullpen game?
Yes.
Yeah. And they're still favored in the bullpen game. Huh?
Yes, Joe Ross is starting.
Joe Ross. Oh, God.
Yesterday, everyone was like, you got to get him out. This bum is like, we have a bullpen game today. You got to try and get Luzardo to get some innings.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I hear you. Check it out. All the games, all the action right there on the app all weekend long. Always love our Bet Parks weekends. All the great sports happening. So check it out. And then there's always another way to win, like on your phone. You got live dealer blackjack, live dealer roulette, live dealer craps right there on your phone. The best thing in the world. Check it out. Also, the hot online slots. What do you got?
Goonies. I'm back to Goonies.
You left
you
Flintstones?
guys.
You left Flintstones?
Yeah.
What do you win in the bonus? Is it for Fred or Barney?
Fred's pretty big. Fred's pretty high.
What about
up.
Dino?
Dino's up there. Dino's a little low on the pay. Like
Dino should be high.
I think Dino's a little higher than Betty and Wilma.
In the pecking order, Dino's, I think, number 2.
Ahead of Barney?
Yeah.
No, Dino's
Barney's
not.
half a jerk off. Let's be real. Oh, Fred.
Barney ruffled half a J.O.
Half. Not a full J.O. He's half.
That's because he's so short. If he's a little taller, it'd be a full one.
Yeah. Anyway, so check out the new customers up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. Just remember, you got to be 21. BetParks.com has all the details. And you got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And let's talk about art of words, because you got to have some cool artwork in your house, and art of words is perfect for any occasion. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and this local Philly artist totally proves it. Each piece, they're made entirely from handwritten words, like every eagle forming the link and every Philly shaping Citizens Bank Park. And it's not just sports, man. They do Boathouse Row, Reading Terminal, Philly Skyline, Jersey Shore, and a bunch more. They're unforgettable gifts for sports fans, grads, housewarmings, Father's Day. Like next week, I think Father's Day is. They started selling these at the K-Lot and Rice's Flea Market. And
yeah, get a good gift for Dad.
yeah, well, credit Philly fans. Like Philly fans
We
launched his
get,
career.
we
They
get
got
the
obsessed with
worst
these.
gifts, dude.
You know, like a tie.
Well,
Have you
not
ever
a-
gotten a tie?
No.
Golf balls,
No.
tie.
Hey, what is a traditional?
What do I get?
Yeah,
I get it. Usually
love you,
like-
Daddy.
Yeah, I don't even know if I get it. Like what? I could pair of sneakers, maybe.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's all right.
that's probably my best gift.
Yeah. But think outside the box. You just don't go golf balls. Yeah, art of words. Really
right,
beautiful
exactly.
piece of artwork. There are dozens of teams and cities. They got something for everyone. And they're conversation starters. Somebody sees a name of a player, and then someone else sees another one. You start reliving all your favorite sports memories. They've been featured on the Today Show, ESPN, TED Talks, and perfect addition to living room, man cave, bedroom. Wake up and you see a nice piece of artwork at Citizens Bank Park. Who wouldn't like that? So check it out. Artofwords.com. That's artofwords.com. Use the code PHLY at checkout for 15% off your purchase.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, time now for the brain.
Brain. Brad, the brain finder.
Yo, Brad, what about that game last night? I was thinking about you last night.
Unbelievable. It's crazy what this team has been able to do with these comebacks, Anthony. I've never seen anything like it.
So when they're down
Ever.
15, what was the live game line?
Anthony, I didn't even look at that exact moment. The line was 14.5. The money line at that point. Oh my God. I didn't even look at that, or if I did, I don't recall, but it had to be so astronomical. They may not have even offered it because, again, it's so unlikely that the team would come back. But it's funny, when they were down by, when it was a 1-point game, okay? Remember the last play when Siakam went out of bounds?
Yeah,
When he
they
tried-
challenged it. Yeah,
They challenged it at that moment, and I came so freaking close to doing this. I just didn't do it, but they were plus 370, and I said to myself,
wow.
"Man, okay, they're down one. I go,
370.
they got to stop plus 370. It was minus 530.
Wow.
Minus 530 plus 370. And I'm like, man, they got to stop. I go,
Oh my
and
God, that's worth a pizza bet right there.
I always just say something. I was saying like patterns and tendencies, like it's just from experience in life, like of just how blank goes sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the way stuff goes, and I'm like, all right, Indiana, like they've gone on this run, they've won these kind of BS games, and it just smelled like it. And I'm like, man, I go plus 3 sets, that's a pretty big thing. And I go, even if they score here, you're still not out of it.
Right.
You could hit a 3, but if they don't score, again, I'm like, and Halliburton's hitting these shots, but
Well,
I was
the other
rooting for
thing, too,
OPC, so I wasn't happy.
Yeah, the
What's
other thing too is I'm with you. Even there, the way the lead shrank so fast, that's where all the momentum was on Indiana's side. Like, okay,
Really was.
like Jalen Williams, I think cost them. He had a couple bunnies that he missed, and he missed a wide open 3.
Well, Anthony, what did we talk about? I know we've said it like at least 6 times, me and you on the show. As good as this OKC team is, and I remember I said to you, I go, if the game's ever in a close game, if the game's ever in a fine, I went against my rule. I go, if the game's ever in a close game, unload against this team because they don't score in half-court sets.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when they had to score in like half-court sets, when they had to just, okay, the clock's going down and they actually have to score a basket. And it's interesting. And I'm not taking away from his greatness. I swear I'm not. But SGA, I think it's such a small sample size, so I hate to be that guy. Such a small sample size. But in a lot of these games, I've seen him in this playoffs, when they've needed a basket, a lot of these games, to me, he hasn't delivered. But, again, I know it's hard.
I don't know.
Against Denver in the close games, he didn't do it. I'm trying to think.
I've seen a couple games where he has. Like, I can't tell you all, like, exactly, but I've seen games where he's finished them. Like, he's finished games.
Right. Well, last night.
Listen, he was 14 for 30. Like, he reminds me. He reminds me of he reminds me of like 30 shots. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
he's the guy he'll have to break down. How many? He had probably had a dozen free throws too, because he's got to break down his guy, right? Like he has the ball in his hands. I thought it was everybody else. Like I thought Jalen Williams came up small.
He did. Jalen didn't do anything. Again, well, the thing is, for a team,
those big shots too.
He did. And look, credit to Indiana. I mean, honestly, and again, usually I think it's garbage when people say, "Oh, no one gave us a chance," and I know what the spread is in the game, and I'll be like, "Dude, you were 2-point underdogs. People gave you a chance.
Right,
Stop
right,
it."
Right.
But when you're a 7-1 underdog in the series, okay, they're not listening to you. If they want to have that no one gave us a chance thing. By the way, I heard some interesting stats when there was teams, guys, that were like 9-point favorites or more going into game one. Those teams against this, to win outright. It's happened. I think they said it was 8 points or higher. It was 8 points or higher. Those teams in the NBA playoffs were 29-2. Okay, to win 29-2. Again, to win the series, and this was the highest opening game, first game series, at I think in NBA playoffs championship history at 9 points or 9.5 points. I think it was the highest opening day spread, and give them credit. And the only team that really won a series as big of an underdog as the Pacers was the 2004 Pistons when they beat the Lakers. Wow. I think it was 2004. Remember that when they
sure.
But man, again, I give them credit. Indiana's a deep team, and they got country. I'll give Carlisle credit. Again, what I like about Indiana is, again, they always have a good player on the court. Look,
TJ in the first half, Obi Toppin in the second half.
Obi Toppin was huge. But again, this is what I love about their team is, and again, what I love about OKC too is they also always have a good player on the court. But man, again, just they were not able to make the clutch plays. But I'm not Halliburton. SGA said, you got to win 4 games. You don't have to win 1. It's not the NFL. It's not the NCAA basketball tournament.
Yeah.
You got to beat the better team 4 times. Can they do it? I don't think so.
But what'd you glean from it? Like when you're looking to attack game 2, like where are you attacking? Like at some point,
it's funny, Anthony.
Yeah.
You know what you see what the line is? They are literally what they are basically doing. They're saying to you, okay, when you get taxed when you pay your income tax, right? That's the government getting their money to run their different services and fund different things like education, firemen, police, etc. If you want to take the Oklahoma City Thunder in game 2, you are getting taxed. You are getting severely taxed. That game that opened at 8.5, closed 9.5, is now closer to 11.5, 12. I think it's in the close 12.
Yeah.
Okay. And man, I cannot lay. I can't lay 12 points in that game. If anything, I actually may even go into the torture chamber and even play Indiana, getting a crazy sum of points.
That would be stones because
it would be
because the deal. They're going to teeter on a blowout, right? Like they're going to.
I do know the deal.
Yeah, they're going to teeter on it, and then it's a matter of if they can, get it over the hump. Like it could easily turn into it. Like last night could have turned into a 22-point game.
Easily, that's why I really do give Indiana credit. Sometimes there's I could give you a quick thing, guys. Like in the NFL. For when Bill Belichick's reign until the last 2 years when Brady was there, the Patriots, by the way, think about this, it's incredible. They covered the spread. I think it was 59.4% of the games in that 20-year stretch with Brady and Belichick.
Wow.
Now, usually, what's impressive about that? Usually, there's a tax on the good teams, right? So make those spreads to, okay, if you want to take the Patriots, but and the quote unquote sharps would always fade New England because they look at the all the math and the data, and they'd say, okay, well, they should not be covering in this level of thing, but there was something about just that wasn't covered in just pure numbers, right?
Agreed.
About just their greatness, right? And then a lot of old times, not so much with the spread, but the Chiefs won every close game the last 5 years under Andy Reid and Mahomes. And I mean, literally, and even the Super Bowl, they got blown out, right? It wasn't a close loss. And there's just something about how they would be able to win these close games. So maybe with Indiana, they just have this belief. I don't know if what it is, but man, they've done this now against Milwaukee, New York, Cleveland, where these games they were dead to rights, and they just keep doing it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously they're tough, mentally tough team, and I give them credit. I give them credit.
I'm with you, Danny D. What are you doing? Come on over, cuz. We're talking to the brain. You know, you're all about it. You're a sportsman. I just realized you were here. I'm like, why didn't he come over?
Oh, good, brother.
What you doing, buddy?
Good, big guy.
My man.
Brain, how's it going, man?
Good to see, man. I'm doing well, man.
We're just talking about that game.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah. I was trying to go to bed, and they came back, and I was just locked in.
No, you can't go to bed.
Nah.
Any sportsman's not going to bed.
It was a great game, man.
Right? Like, you can't go to bed on a finals game.
And Halliburton was, just real average, and he's just hitting shots right now, man.
He's clutch.
He's big time right now.
Money. He's money. What about?
There was a nice little movie made at the end, Anthony, where it looked like what's his name? Caruso was going to try to switch on or help, and he kind of looked like he was going to pass the ball to the right corner, and it shook Caruso where he had to stop in his tracks, and he was able to get just enough space off was a Wallace or Dort guarding him and get that shot off. It was a really nice play by Halliburton.
And Siakam cut there. So I think that also froze Caruso.
Yeah.
He cut for the back
was nice.
and it kind of froze Caruso a little bit.
It was nice. It was nicely done.
You know what's nuts, too, is Dort played great. Like, Dort was in his grill, right?
Amazing.
He's a dog.
Amazing.
He is.
He's a dog.
He's a great defender, and he banged threes, right? Like, Eddie was banging threes last night. When he's hitting shots, there's no way in the world that they should have lost that game.
Well, now instead of going 4-3, they have to win 5 out of 7 games now, not 4, because that's how I look at these things. They don't have to win 4 games; they got to win 5 because they won that game last night. They were never that was. Look, we saw Boston, New York was really bad, right? Where Boston was winning the first game 1 and game 2 against New York. They were never losing until the last basically 30 seconds. I think this one was even worse. I think this may have been, in terms of like just how they really just were winning the entire game easily.
Yeah.
This was right as bad as any finals loss I've seen.
I know. Crazy.
Yeah, this was really, really, really bad. So they got to win 5 games now against a team that's obviously been underrated by everyone.
Yeah.
So they give them credit. We'll see. I still think OKC wins. But
who do you like tonight? Game 2.
I think I'm sticking with Edmonton. I'm going to stick with Edmonton. I know that's a tough series. I know these seems like these are the best 2 teams, and I know it's going to be an incredible series. And I know obviously Florida is good enough to spank them easily at any time, but not an official release, but I do think Edmonton finds a way to win the game. I do. You can get, I think, around plus 200 with the puck line if you want to be so bold. Not saying you want to be so bold, but with what I will say this, unless you get overtime, which obviously we got in game 1, guys, I love the fact that in playoff hockey, these coaches aren't messing around. They're pulling the goalie early. So if you're up like 4-3, I think there's a really good chance you're going to get that extra empty net goal, especially a team like that.
Well, it's funny because the other night, Florida's up 3-2, and there was still, they tied it with 12 minutes.
12 minutes left. Yeah. It was 12 minutes.
Like they were trying. I remember thinking, they're going to try to get to the 4-minute mark, where then like you're protecting that lead, and they were pretty conservative in the third period. Remember in the second period, it came out and they had 15 shots on goal.
Some jam.
Right? Yeah, they came out with some jam. But the third period was different. They didn't they played more to protect the lead, and I think they were trying to play for that empty net.
Yeah, well, again, and there's a psychological aspect to sports, Anthony, which you get at the highest level, where sometimes you can't help it, and you go into like a certain mode, a protect mode, and and you don't play the way you're normally playing, and you with like a fear, like, okay, this is Edmonton, let's just we have the lead on the road, game 1, let's just not do anything stupid, let's play smart. I remember the team that used to do that. Remember the Devils back in the day, Anthony, with the trap or whatever, when they would get a lead on a team.
I
remember horrible.
That was like
bad for hockey.
It was bad for hockey. Yeah. And that actually was, or Dean Smith with the 4 corners when he got a lead.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple instances where I feel like teams back in the day, like a long time ago.
There was nothing worse than the shot clock running the weave.
Oh my God,
Horrible.
Dude,
horrible.
McDavid's it's a retribution tour for
No,
him.
McJesus.
He's offensively on a mission
when
right
he
now.
gets,
Yeah.
he just everyone looks slow when he hits.
Yes.
It
Oh,
just, everyone
It's
looks
like a
they're
video
stuck
game.
in
He's
mud.
at 99 and
Greatest
everybody else is at
game.
90.
Yeah, he's
saw
unbelievable.
a clip of him in the clubhouse. I think it was last year,
Yeah,
but
he was screaming at them.
this is the effing finals. Like he is screaming at the team. Like he is
He's the
pissed about
best.
last year.
I love McDavid.
Do you think he's the third best player in maybe NHL history?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Not even close. Not even close. Not even close.
Well, no. Well, you could argue obviously Gretzky, Lemieux, Bobby Orr,
Yeah.
maybe Mark Messier.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just saying he's amazing. No, he's incredible. He's absolutely phenomenal.
You know, does it all.
He does it all.
You know,
Does it all.
He's got a great shot. Like he's ridiculous. The pass he makes. Now, Corey Perry makes a great backhand pass to him, but still, he doesn't like McDavid sees. He's already knows that he's got Draisaitl. Like he already sees it.
Well, they showed a clip where he was screaming at one of the guys to get to the bench to get Draisaitl on when he was bringing the puck up. He was like telling him to go. Like if you watch, it's on Twitter. There's a clip where he's telling the guy go to the bench to get the guy Draisaitl on.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
before he drives down and.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's such a leader.
Yeah, he's the best.
He seems like a good guy. He seems like a humble good guy.
Yes, yeah, great dude. That's awesome. Yeah. I love hearing that. I love those stories. Inside, so we get Draisaitl out here. I don't know. Florida still scares me. Florida, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I could see them coming back tonight. You know.
Andy. Again, these are. I mean, you're going against these
coin flip games. Yeah.
For me,
these teams are. Again, I'm not betting the game.
I'm rooting Oilers,
but I do after the Frozen Four and stuff. You want to keep it home. Bring it back to the U.S. That'll be a big.
Florida's not the U.S. The U.S.
Been
when it comes to
30
hockey.
years?
Come on.
It's been 30 years since Canada's had the cup, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's Captain America, right?
Yeah.
He's in Florida though. I can't get past that.
I like Brady better than Matthew.
Yeah,
I'm a big Brady Tkachuk fan.
Both dogs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. All right, what are we doing here today, boys? Where were you yesterday?
1-2. Mets bullpen imploded late.
Peterson. They got to Peterson early though.
He got 3 off him, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bet though, Anthony. He only gave up 3. You know, it's funny, Anthony. I remember you asked. I said in the show a few days ago. I go, I have a lot of NBA. I think I bet like 10 props. They all mostly every single one of them moved, and unfortunately, if I gave these out on Monday, man, it would have been you guys would have everyone was town would have been very, very happy. But all of them basically moved. We still went 5-1 yesterday, but it was I felt disappointed because all these things moved and they all ended up winning, and I should have given them out earlier, but I waited until the day.
That's all right. I mean, God bless. That's great. You won like that.
Yeah.
I was 12-1 off the air yesterday.
No, I know what I said them. I did know. In fairness, in fairness, I said them on the air. I said them
cocktails.
No, I said them. I said what they were. The only one that lost, I had Halliburton under 5.5 rebounds. That moved to 4.5, and he ended up having like 12 rebounds. I was close. But no, I said them. If people still played them, they would have. You still could have won. They just moved by 1, and they still would have won. But I wouldn't have recommended it. But listen, still 5-1 solid day. We're 80-67, and I'll start off, guys, with Logan Allen, pitcher, Cleveland Guardians. We're gonna go under 16.5 outs. Guy's not that good, and he's 7-4 to this under. What I like is
guy's not that good. Guy stinks.
Yeah, well, but again, my kitchen coach potential after what I did with Emerson Hancock. But he's really not that good. And you know what? I like under 16.5 outs. Out of the 4 times he's gone over 16.5, he landed exactly on 17. I think 3 of those 4. I don't think he gets 5 2/3 innings today. I really don't. I like Logan Allen as my first bet under 16.5 outs.
All right. What do you got for the VG?
I'm going to go Cardinals, Sonny Gray versus the Dodgers, -115. Fading the Dodgers with Robieski on the mound.
Wow. You're going against the Dodgers every day.
Man,
the Cards are playing good, man.
That's a Cardinal line, though.
Yeah, it is.
It is. He knows. Danny D knows.
It opened Dodgers.
He's a line
I
reader.
mean, that's why I'm on it. Open Dodgers minus 110. Now Cards suddenly.
Danny
We're
D's a
gonna go.
line reader, Brain.
Listen, that's a smart man. That's a smart man. I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna fade. Talk about fading guys who are not pitching well. Check out what Eduardo Rodriguez has done. I'll tell you what he's done. He's done all year what Jesus Luzardo has done the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Except he's done it for. By the way, Jesus Luzardo, man, I don't. Has there ever been a guy who was like a top 3 Cy Young candidate who gave up 25 earned runs in 2 starts? I don't know what's ever happened before, but anyway,
our viewers crazy.
There's something there. There's something there. It's either dead arm or he's tipping. It's either dead arm or he's tipping his pitches.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to fade Eduardo Rodriguez. I'll do it in the 5-inning line because I have no interest in backing the Reds over the course of a 9-inning game. Listen, Nick Lodolo's been solid. He's been good. Rodriguez, and I think they're even a slight dog. Rodriguez, to me, is just first game off the DL on top of it. Yeah, I think I absolutely have the bet over here. I'll take the Reds to win this game. I absolutely think they win it, probably 3 out of 5, and I'm actually taking a small price.
No, you're not. You're underplaying Rodriguez. How bad he is. I feel you.
He's given up, Anthony, 3 runs or more in every game. That never happens. Like again, even the worst pitcher in baseball, the worst pitcher, they always have at least a game. Usually 1 every 3 games, 1 every 4 games where they're good. It's just a consistency factor. Rodriguez has been consistent, just not in a good way.
Yeah, his ERA is 7.05.
Okay, I'm fading a pitcher.
He's given up 8 home runs in 58 hits in 44 innings.
That's atrocious.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to fade an equally or maybe even a worse pitcher, Antonio Senzatella.
Rockies.
His ERA is 7.14. He's given up 4 or more in the last 6 or 7 starts. So I'm going Mets minus 2.5 runs. Minus 136.
Wait.
2.5 is minus 136.
Yeah,
That's
how could you lay? You can't do that. That's crazy.
Oh, I just did it. Wait till you hear my next bet.
No, Brain would never do that. He would never lay 2.5 runs. It's
crazy, crazy, but I think. No, Anthony, again, I'm in fairness to VG, again, no, you're right. I won't do it. You actually are right. But I'm not saying it's necessarily not intelligent because VG's right. To get in my next play here, I actually been doing 2 half-unit plays here. I don't want to double dip, but I'll recommend 2 half-unit plays, same pitcher. VG nailed it. Senzatella has been, I'm taking over 3.5 earned runs. 9-1 his last 10, over 3.5 earned runs. He just gets tattooed. And I'm taking over 6.5 hits. He's 10-2 to that. It's like, I don't need to overthink it. He gets absolutely lit up every single game.
Right.
I'm sure he'll either give up 7 hits or 4 runs. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that 2 half-unit plays for that.
League down by Geno's.
Yes. That's great. All right. What do you got?
Oh, this is my last one. I'm going French Open again. We got a big match today.
Oh. Sinner
versus Djokovic.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm going over 181.5 minutes this match will take. It's going to be a dogfight today.
I think it is.
Over what? How much?
181.5 minutes.
And what's the line on that?
Minus 114.
Okay.
That's outrageous. You could bet
That's
that?
on Bet Parks. Yes,
I love VG. I love VG.
Would you ever bet that, Rain?
I mean, it's kind of, I guess, in theory, almost betting over. I mean, you're betting clearly over 3 sets. You're probably,
you got Joker winning at least a set.
I guess it's the way of doing
right off
that.
the bat, that's over 4 sets. By the way, VG's got pretzels.
Love pretzels.
Okay. Get one.
I was hoping you were going to do a Nations League bet.
What's the Nations League?
Keep on with the soccer.
Oh,
Nations League.
Is that a league?
Yeah, so it helps you get, if you win, you go into the Euros.
Oh, I can't keep track of all these damn
So
soccer
Portugal was playing Spain in the final on Sunday, and yesterday Spain played France.
I watched it 5-4.
It was a 5-0 or
wow!
It was a 4-0 game.
Brain knows! Brain!
Listen to this.
It was 5-1. It was 5-1. Made it 5-4.
It was a 4-0 game going into the 60th minute, and France scores. France scores 4. And then Spain scores another and ends 5-4. But it was an insane game.
Are these the start of the real people? The stars are playing these games?
Yeah.
They're all playing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So that's the final coming up?
So the final is
5-4.
this Sunday. Yeah,
There's
it's
2
Portugal
games on.
versus Spain.
Who you like?
Well, isn't Germany?
So that's
France?
the third game. That's the third place match.
Oh.
Is France versus Germany?
Okay.
Who do you like?
Spain. I think Spain is the best national team right now.
España.
Spain's
I think
minus
they're going to win the World Cup.
230.
Oh yeah.
I also believe they're World Cup finalists. I think they're going to win it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good stuff.
Guys, I got one more baseball play. I'm going to take my favorite guy. I'm going to take Tariq Skubal laying a half run against the Cubs, 5-inning line to lay about $1.25-ish, pretty reasonable. Ben Brown usually gives up his runs. Anytime Skubal pitches, guy's been so good to me. He pitches a shutout every game. I'm going to take my chances that even against a really good Cubs lineup, pitching always one sport in the world where defense beats offense is baseball. I'll take Tariq Skubal and company laying a half run.
Like it.
My fourth play of the day.
There you go, buddy. Is that it? You only got 4 today?
Yeah, well, the 2 half-unit plays on Sensei.
Right.
You can say it's 5, but I'm counting as 2 half-unit plays. So, yeah,
Right.
I didn't like today's card. I really didn't love today's card.
Any Phillies?
No, nothing with the Phils today. Who was again, I'm trying to think of what it was. And it's funny, I got a late start today because I'm in I told you I'm at my niece and nephew's graduation party, and I didn't get great sleep, and then it's funny, I actually overslept, and I usually wake up early and prepare everything, but I didn't get to do that today. I'm trying to remember who was pitching today in the Phillies game. I'm trying to remember.
Game.
Joe Ross.
Oh yeah, that's right, Joe Ross. Ross. They said
game.
Joe Ross's strikeouts at 1.5. They said if you could. I'm curious if either of you guys. I don't know if you have the ability to bring it up. Parks has that game combo special. I like messing around with that. I find it fun. I can't do it right now on my phone. I don't know if anyone could bring up the game combo. You take Phillies and over or Phillies and under.
I mean that Bailey Falter. How the
Bailey
hell?
Falter. I'm going to like the over. Although, God, Pittsburgh can't score.
No, I know. They're bad. That Pittsburgh team's horrible. Poor
Yeah,
Skeens.
Pittsburgh
I know,
team.
he's going to get wasted
I
there,
know.
man.
He's going to get traded.
Oh, we got a big Italy game today, man.
Huh.
Where's a World Cup qualifying match? Italy versus
Really?
Norway.
You know about this?
There's a
didn't know
bunch of
about
World
that.
Cup qualifying matches today.
Dude, let's go.
They're even. Italy's plus 170 and Norway's plus
Well,
170.
it's Norway, the Norwegians.
You gotta be kidding me.
We can't beat the Norwegians.
They're on a rebuild right now.
Where's the game
Everybody's
at?
on a rebuild.
Where's the game being played?
Going young.
Where's the game being played?
I don't know where it's being played. There's 5 games today. Czech
Yo,
versus Montenegro,
Come
Estonia
on.
versus
I didn't
Israel,
know that.
Gibraltar versus Croatia,
I was following the Nations
Croatia.
League.
North Macedonia versus Belgium.
Well, Belgians are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony VG, we got to go to a World Cup game at the link.
Yes.
We got to make that
I'm
happen.
down.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
down.
there's only one person here whose wallet can afford that. So if you're inviting me, I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take us all, Brain. Come on, I'll go.
Uncle Brain.
It's funny. I sent a thing for what do they call
Pretty
it?
sure
Like,
my boy
man, that's-
over there.
that was
He's
expensive,
in
man. It
Brain's
was
category
expensive.
too.
No, not me.
Yeah. You guys are neighbors down in Margate.
There you go, man. There you go.
Brother, great
Well,
stuff as always, man. We love
Appreciate
you,
you
buddy.
guys. You're the best. I'll
Thanks,
see you
pal.
guys
See you,
next
Brain.
week. Have a good day.
Brain.
What's going on, buddy?
I'm good, brother.
So this is Countdown.
Yeah, man. We're winding down. Big hire yesterday at the prep.
I saw that.
Yeah, man.
Tell everybody.
That was my one of my parting gifts to St. Joe's Prep. Yeah, so
Of course, making Varsity, starring Danny D, the AD, brought to us by Cherry Hill Mitsubishi, cherryhillmitsubishi.com, a Falk Auto Group.
Charlie's the best, by the way. I saw him this week. They take care of you over there, man. He's awesome.
You did? You saw him?
I took my parents over to get a car. Took care of him. He's a legend.
Fantastic. He's
So
legendary.
make sure you
We
stop
tell you.
over there.
You got to stop over to Falk.
Stop
I
over
saw
there.
him. Cherry Hill Jeep, Cherry Hill Mitsubishi,
Dodge, I got them all,
right?
man.
You know,
He's got the whole auto group over
yeah,
there.
Kia.
Yeah, he's got everything. So, took care of my parents. Great guy. So, big shout out to Charlie.
So what happened? So tell the people
Yeah,
about the new
so,
AD at St. Joe's Prep.
So big time hire at St. Joe's Prep. Chris Clark, Philadelphia basketball royalty. Played at St. Joe's Prep, graduated in 2004, won 2 championships, 2 Catholic championships under Speedy Morris. And then went on to play at Temple. He played for Cheney. And then I think maybe Dunf at the end. I don't know when.
Yeah, he straddled both.
Yeah, so played for both of those legendary coaches and then got into coaching right away. So he's been an assistant coach for almost a decade now.
That's great.
And he's at Temple. And we said, come on home, man. Temple's a home. So we had a basketball coach opening. And, college basketball is tough right now, man. It's a difficult landscape. NIL, it changes it up. And he always aspired to be head coach. So it was a great opportunity. There was an assistant AD job open as well, which I think he'll do great in that role. His skill set's perfect for it. So he'll become assistant AD at St. Joe's Prep and also the head basketball coach. So,
yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's full circle. Aaron's two twins are there now. So he coached with Aaron. Now Aaron's sons will play for him.
Yeah, that's great.
Philadelphia basketball, man. So I'm very excited for Chris. He's going to do a great job. And I'm excited to see what the future is over at 17th and Girard with the basketball team. Because, we've been very competitive and very good the last, 5 years. But he'll take it to another level.
Oh, yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah, I took a little blow to your boy Fish over there. But
I know.
It's tough
Fish
for
good
him.
Man. Yeah.
Great guys. Temple was very appreciative of Chris on the way out to send him a real nice, made a nice post for him. But yeah, big time hire for St. Joe's Prep, and everyone was involved in it. Obviously with me transitioning out, so everyone worked with Chris on it.
Now, did you put that into motion?
Yeah, so I had a relationship with him.
Yeah, I know.
Being a basketball guy, so we reached out when the
being
job
a hooper. He's a hooper.
Being a basketball guy.
Love it.
So yeah, we reached out. We
You're
we
not
talked
just a basketball guy. You're a football man.
No, I love all sports, but the sport I played the best.
Yeah.
For me personally, was hoops.
Yeah.
Playing at Roman.
Yeah, right.
And then exciting news, another legendary coach, Chris McNesby, Roman's head coach.
Yes.
So he's transitioning out. He's a legend. So
his stories at Roman is great. He's been there forever.
So he did. He came in my junior year of high school. He was my JV coach. So
really?
He came back. I think he did a grad assistant year at Drexel. Came back to coach at Roman. Was my JV coach. Full circle, I bump into him in 2010, 2011. He's like, hey, why don't you come coach with me? We were talking about this yesterday. So I started coaching at Roman. I was his assistant coach before I became the AD there. I was assistant basketball coach at Roman with him. He coached from 2008 to 15. Took his business kind of expanded. He's a financial advisor. Took a little break to get that going. Came back to coaching. Won a couple championships.
No, that McNesby name is a
big time
Philadelphia name.
Yeah, and he was a great player at Roman, but a phenomenal coach, elite, one of the best coaches I've been around, brain wise, just understanding the game and film. And I remember I wanted to coach, and I got there, I didn't know what it was. We had a tournament in Gonzaga. We get in at 11:30, 12, film. He's like, meet in my room. We're up till 2, 3 in the morning watching film. Right away, I'm exhausted from coaching all day, and I'm the younger guy on the staff, and film right away. We got right into it. So legendary coach, works really hard. So his business partner's retired, so he had to step up. So what he was doing, his time would have been constrained. So the rumor is Bradley Wanamaker, my ex-teammate from Roman, who played at Pitt, legend overseas, and then played in the NBA for 3 teams.
He was at Pitt
in their glory years.
Yeah,
Jamie Dixon.
Yeah.
I hated Jamie Dixon.
Yeah. But Wanamaker was a guard.
So tough.
Right? Just a Philadelphia Bulldog.
Started 3 years at Pitt.
Was he been coaching recently?
The last 2 years at Roman. So he started an AAU program when he was in pros. He kind of get back to the area and kind of coached there. And then the last 2 years he's been at Roman.
Okay.
But he played in the NBA after he was the top guard in the EuroLeague. He came over, played for the Celtics, Warriors, and Hornets before he retired. But yeah, he was my high school teammate. We were roommates on trips.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great. Brad's a great guy. So if the rumors are true, he'll be the next head coach at Roman, which I think will happen. It'd be crazy not to give it to him.
Yeah.
So a little shakeup in the basketball world for PCL, but 2 big-time Philadelphia Hoopers back in the scene coaching.
Love it.
So that's exciting news on that front. But yeah, they're both going to do really great, and I'm excited for. They're both very close friends of mine, and I'm excited for both of them.
Oh, that's a big deal, man.
But PC, we're going to see them, man. We're bringing it. Well, we're bringing it.
So when's your first day?
July 1.
Wow, it's coming.
Close.
Right? It's coming.
July
July 1.
So yeah, I've been over there, a day or 2 a week trying to get the
ready.
ball. Yeah, you can't hit the ground flat.
No,
we got to run, man.
And by the way, you got football coming up, so
we got to hit the ground running. So
what's your plans football?
So they have a good, really strong freshman class coming in. They did a good job with that, and then just building it, man. Just making sure we're on the map, showing the facilities, making sure people are around, continue to build our staff to make sure we have the top coaches in the area, and really just show everything we have to offer. I think Penn Charter is obviously a phenomenal place. I think they just always people haven't seen what they have to offer.
Right.
So we're going to open it up. So August 2nd, we're hosting Tyrese Maxey's camp on our campus. So that'll be the day camp. I've been working with his.
Oh, that's great.
Working with his uncle, who's kind of the guy, Brandon Maxey. So we're going to have his charity camp that he does for youth basketball. So that'll be a PC. So just opening doors, getting people on the campus.
What about football, baseball camps?
Yeah, we're gonna do it all. So I've been N'Kobe Dean just did one. The dates didn't work out, but moving forward, we're gonna have a lot of the Eagles players camps. We're gonna be the hub for all these camps. Get back to the community, which is really important, but also get people to see this beautiful campus that we have and what we have to offer. So very excited for the future of PC, and it's around the corner, man. So
did you do the office clean out yet to get the cardboard boxes? I've
been supposed to. I've been delaying it. It's been a little tough on me.
Yeah, I bet.
After all these years,
so probably. I was saying I was gonna do it this week, probably next week.
You're gonna leave some stuff behind. This way, you always have stuff. It's like in a relationship.
Costanza leaving that hat behind or something.
Yeah, you're gonna leave something behind. He can't leave. He's not going to fully divorce.
That's a great reference there, BJ.
Yeah, sure it is.
That's a great reference.
Costanza.
So good.
That's great.
And then, so baseball finished up. Remember last week, I didn't want to leave anybody off. So I got all the league, did the all-league teams for both leagues so we can kind of go over who give these kids some love, who made the all-Catholic and all-Interact teams, and kind of just talk about where they're going and where they're playing at.
Yeah, I love it. Do we have Baldy?
He'll be here in the next couple minutes. Yes.
All right. Well, just stay with us.
Yeah.
Because we'll do it.
Okay.
Why don't you start with it?
Yeah. So first team all Catholic. We got a kid, Caden Smith, out of LaSalle. He's 26, uncommitted. We have Kevin Kraus from Judge, 25, still uncommitted. Then Ryan, pitcher, do everything. David Perez. Throws like 96, but I think he's a shortstop.
Dude, I heard that. I know about this kid.
Gas.
This kid's outrageous.
Going to West Virginia.
Who's the kid? Is he father or somebody? Somebody was talking about him.
We was there when he pitched against Prep. He throws absolute gas.
Yeah,
96.
Yeah.
But he's also a really good shortstop. So we'll see. He's going to West Virginia. Michael Coleman from Bonner. He's going to Gettysburg. Then a couple younger guys. Brady Guzzle from Egan. He's uncommitted. 27, elite pitcher, so he'll probably be a big-time prospect. Yeah. AJ Hopkins from Wood is 26, uncommitted. And then a senior from O'Hara, Brandon Till, going to LaSalle. Jimmy Casey from Woods going to Stockton. And Robbie Grasso from St. Joe's Prep, kind of utility guy, can do it all. He's going to Lehigh. And that's Ryan. And Ryan Friel from Bonner is also, he's 26, uncommitted. That's the first team. And then continuing on, we have a kid from LaSalle, Chris Clavanti. He's going to Old Dominion. We got Chase Farter from Egan.
That's a great program too, dude.
Big time.
Dude, Old Dominion?
Yeah.
That's a great program.
Yeah, and LaSalle was loaded. I mean, we're naming a lot of LaSalle kids. They had a great season, fell short. And that's why our league's so great. 5-6 championships, 6
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Then we have a kid, Chase Forrester from Egan's, going to LaSalle. So LaSalle's program's starting back up this year.
Yeah, I can see.
So they're getting a lot of Philly kids.
Yeah, that's great.
Hard.
Smart.
Richie Baychak is from Wood. He's going to Stockton. We got Jace Marciano from Ryan going to Delaware. Jake Pye from LaSalle going to William Mary. And Brady Guzzi, again, from Egan. He's uncommitted. So
that's awesome.
That's the first team all Catholic. We can go into Interact if you want.
Yeah, well, why don't you hold on, because I don't want to shortchange anybody, but just you're hanging with us.
Yeah, I got some time.
We got to take care of some business. Then we got Baldy. You don't want to miss Baldy. In fact, the whole thing with him, and he did this high school camp out in L.A.
Oh, yeah?
I tried to get Charlie out there because there's a big, the top 75 kids in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But let's talk about the little TrueMark action.
Yes, summer is here, which means kids are out, they're about, hanging with friends, maybe even picking up a summer job. So it's a perfect time to set them up with something that teaches real-world money skills and gives them a little freedom. It's just green light debit card and money app from our friends over at TrueMark Financial. And if you're a TrueMark Financial member, you get a green light account for your kids totally free. It's a simple way for them to manage their own money, whether it's from a job, allowance, or just birthday cash, graduation cash, all that stuff. They'll get their own debit card. They can set up savings goals, track spending, and learn how to budget, all while you stay in the loop from your phone. You're still in control, but they get to learn how to make some real-world money decisions and learn how the real-world money works in everyday life. So before the summer rush kicks in, this is a great way to help your kids build smart money habits that'll stick with them long after the summer season's over. Head over to TrueMark.com/greenlight, get all the details and sign up today, and don't miss this chance to set your kids up for some financial success. That's Greenlight or TrueMark.com/greenlight.
So we did it for when Anthony had to go to the school trip. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea for Anthony's school trip. So you guys do this, these service trips.
Yeah.
The third semester.
Yep.
So Anthony had to go to Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
Right. And it was awesome. Like he was.
It's a really cool experience.
Yeah. Like he was like they fed the poor. They were planting trees.
That's awesome.
They were, they did, they cleaned up soccer fields.
Augustinians, man.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they're helping the kid. Look, there's Ant with
That's awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's such a great
He's
thing.
holding the kid's hand, you know.
It's looking good, man.
Yeah.
It's looking good, man.
Yeah.
He's filling out a little bit, man.
Yeah. He might have to make the switch. Yeah. They start. I'm sure you guys are starting, you know, the whole nine. In fact, young Charlie Jr. was supposed to be here yesterday.
Oh,
but then you guys already started.
Yeah, they're going.
Workouts,
man. Workouts. It's workout season.
Let's talk about Parks Casino, shall we? Right here. We love our Parks Casino, the best. Parks Casino, Street Road, Bend, Salem. This is the place to win. All right, here you go. You ready? Just announced. One of the great comedians, Hannah Berner, headlines Parks Casino on September 19th. The classic rock band Kansas, October 4th.
Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind.
Because that's coming in harmonizing, brother.
How about that? That actually sounded.
I think they might be practicing that.
Yeah, we call each other at night.
We're over at Surreal Studios in Kensington. There's a bunch of metal bands and us harmonizing.
I love it, man. It's fantastic. Parks Casino has it all: action, excitement, headline entertainment. Right here in Bucks County, Bend, Salem, Philadelphia, just outside Philadelphia. 1,000 hot slots, state-of-the-art sportsbook, beautiful poker room, all with a beer garden, collection of award-winning restaurants. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Tickets on sale also. I guess tomorrow night is Taj Mahal, Kev Mo.
Ooh, woke up this morning, mama, had them Steersboro blues. Steersboro, Georgia, that is.
July 3rd, sorry, Taj.
Stepping on my lines.
July 3rd is Gary Clark Jr.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly.
These guys are top notch, man.
How about September 6th, UB40?
Red wine.
Yeah. Australian Pink Floyd, September 20th.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. There's good echo out in here. It's good reverb.
It's funny.
It's good acoustics in there, brother.
Danny D's loving it. I love Danny D's face.
I'm the number one groupie for the Cousins, man.
November
You're a
15th,
store manager, dude.
The Blood Brothers with Bill Murray. Yes, that Bill Murray night of blues and old-time rock and roll. Don't forget it. All the fun stuff to do. Dinner and drinks for the show. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all shows. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
He was just updating his computer. He said he was logging on, so he should be here in like less than a minute.
All right. Well, that's great because it'll be the one, the only Baldy straight ahead. Let us know when, because I don't want to shortchange any of the kids.
We're in a big the Alcaraz is in a battle right now, VG.
Oh, yeah?
They lost the first set.
Whoa, because he's
Zeddy, Italian.
Really?
Alcaraz is a huge favorite to win the French Open. He's like Nadal 2.0. I love him.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorites.
He smoked Voorhees, New Jersey, Tommy Paul, but he had a bad leg.
I like Tommy Paul a lot too, but Alcaraz on clay.
I'm impressed with your tennis knowledge.
Love tennis.
He had a bad leg.
No, he went in with an abdomen issue, which I knew, but then the leg, he couldn't play at all.
Yeah. No, but Alcaraz on clay, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Tommy Paul won
He's
2
very
out of
good.
6 matches against him.
On clay?
Yeah, I think I'm not on clay.
Not on clay.
Yeah, come on, VG.
clay.
Know your
No,
surface,
come on,
man. Know your surface.
But I go to the U.S. Open. Me and my buddies go up. My buddy Joe Sears and my buddy Dave, we go up every year.
Do you play?
No. My
I would
oldest
think you
brother
would play.
played. I like as a kid. I went to tennis camps. My brother was a tennis instructor. My brother Gabe. he played tennis growing up. But yeah, so I love watching it, and then we've started this tradition of going up.
That's fantastic.
We go one day.
I love the fact that
get the pass, walk around all day.
Dude, I still love it. I mean, like this goes back in the day, you know, with the McEnroe and all those dudes, and then all through the women's were amazing.
School ended, summer vacation. You got Wimbledon on in the morning.
But the U.S. Open's so cool. You get a day pass.
Oh, it's great.
You could just walk around and watch matches all day. We leave that. I pick up Joe. Joe was a longshoreman, so shout out to you, longshoreman. We'll pick him up early, 7 a.m. We just hit, and we come back at midnight. So
it's the best. Day. I covered it a couple times. Like this as a throw in, like they need some help or whatever. And I was like a third guy in on the coverage. It was interesting, you know.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. I like to do Wimbledon. I haven't done Wimbledon.
So I was in London for a prep crew race Henley, and it was the year they pushed it back a week. I thought I was so hyped thinking I was going to be there. And
that would have been awesome.
I know. It's on my bucket
That would have
list.
been, oh my God, yeah. That would have been great.
It was 4-4 in the second set.
He's in
Look at that.
the
Clay,
Italian,
dude.
The Italians getting him.
Paisano on Clay. What do you got, Andrew?
Two Italians today.
We're trying to figure it out. I think he might be having some computer issues.
All right, because we got to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers.
He's going to play for $10 million, right?
They didn't say yet.
That does not move the needle.
Rodgers?
No.
Over who?
Yeah. Mason. What's his name? Mason
Well,
Rudolph.
sure, I get that, but like,
No, dude, I mean, listen.
Rodgers is washed.
I mean, Mason
Rodgers
Rudolph.
is better than Mason Rudolph.
Sure.
Considerably.
Yeah, but dude, I don't know. I mean, let's see what happens. Like, I just
He
want
actually didn't play terrible towards the end of that year. That's an injury. It usually takes a full year before you're back.
Remember Favre when he had that one kind of come up again in Minnesota?
Yeah, he had that hell of a year.
Because it was after the everybody thought he was completely done after the Jets.
Well, the Jets are the common theme here. So
Right, right. And then he goes to Minnesota, and he has that amazing year. So of course, he can't help himself. They're winning that game, and he throws the pick.
Oh man, that's just him in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget, he had that like game-winning touchdown from like the 40 rolling out against maybe San Fran. It was like,
gone.
that doesn't happen. He threw a bullet, a laser from like the 40. That was crazy.
I'm telling you, I still think Rodgers had the greatest arm, one of the greatest arms I've ever seen.
He probably had the greatest
His release
of everything,
is
legs
so
and
nice,
arm.
man. Just so smooth. He just like the ball just glides when he's throwing it.
Accurate, catchable, and mustard. Like he threw a rope along the sidelines. It was against the Cowboys in a playoff game, and it was like a 30-yard out, and the ball was 6 inches off. It was like a tracer, 6 inches off the field. It was what a throw.
And he's got DK.
I know.
Forget they got DK.
All right, we got to fix because we got the one, the only Baldy. Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy. Oh, he likes pizza and football. Oh, Baldy. There he is, the legend. What do you say, legend? You look like you're in Florida. I believe that's the Florida track.
Yeah, I drove across the state yesterday morning to go see the Bucks practice yesterday.
Well, I love it. I want some insight into that coming up because I know Tony Dungy. It was a personal invite from Tony Dungy, Danny.
Well, that's what he gets.
Like
Baldy's the man.
Not Dungy, Todd Bowles.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
I mean, Temple Todd. I mean, Dungy. I don't know where my mind is back in 1998. Hey, let's talk about Rodgers for a second and the big news yesterday. He was waiting, I guess, until the news cycle was completely his. And then he announces the big signing.
Well, I mean, it's a big signing because they've been waiting on him, and he'll get a couple days next week, kind of figure out the Steeler way, his way around the city, the facility, the whole thing. It's not difficult. I just, he wasn't good last year, cuz he was not good. He was in a hurry. Look, coming off the Achilles was part of it. He had a banged up ankle and knee, which was a part of it. But, I just heard you talking about his arm, and his arm is probably him and Marino, probably the two best of all time. and he couldn't put the ball where he wanted to put it on a regular basis. And he had opportunities to beat the Vikings at the end of the game, to beat Denver at the end of the game, to beat Seattle at the end of the game. He couldn't make the throw. Now, he's going to be 41. Brady won a Super Bowl at 42. They're kind of linked together in some ways, although obviously Brady's got all the rings. But, from a longevity, talent standpoint. But I just think that the offseason is important. And this is not taking Aaron Judge and putting him in the middle of the Red Sox lineup and going to win a World Series. It just isn't. It's never has been. For example, I was at practice yesterday. I'm watching Baker work with Jalen McMillan, working with Emeka Egbuka. And, you make a throw, you go have a conversation. Where are you supposed to be and what you saw? And are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? And those things take time. The arm is still going to look really good at times. The decisions will still be Aaron. But here's the thing. Obviously, he's got a very high IQ for the game. But it's only as high as your weakest link. If your offensive line aren't getting the signals, if your receivers don't understand what you mean when you do this, all those things that take time and reps, he's not going to get those things. And so even last year, they lose the game to Seattle at the end, and he's complaining that Michael Williams wasn't staying on the red line. And that's like bisecting the numbers in the sideline. And he got outside it, and he missed the throw. Well, Mike Williams didn't practice during, he was rehabilitating from a, ACL injury the year before. He didn't practice in the summer. And he's in the wrong spot. But Aaron can't actually come out and say that. He can't. But that's what you're up against when you're throwing a DK and they got a rookie running back and they got basically 2 new tackles and, they got Kenneth Gainwell and they've got Roman Wilson who didn't play last year. And they got Robert Woods who just signed. They got all these new pieces and everybody's just expecting Aaron to be Aaron with all these new pieces. There's a reason why he wanted Devontae, Alan Lazard. He wanted Randall Cobb. He wanted guys that knew how he played. Yeah. And you're not going to get that luxury right now.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. Hey, any parallels? Do you remember, and you were at the forefront covering this stuff, when Favre goes to the Jets and he flops, right? And then he goes to Minnesota and he has this renaissance. I mean, that year where he was spectacular up until, he makes a big run up until they're going to lead. He's about to go back to the Super Bowl when he throws the pick. A year after the Achilles, that's kind of when you can get it back. So,
well, first of all, just to, look, when he goes to the Jets, he's 8-3. They're 8-3. Jets are doing just fine. They're 8-3, and his arm just is shot. It just goes on. And it didn't finish, it didn't finish great. Went to Minnesota, played well. Look, there's parallels. I think Brett was 38 when he went to the Jets, 38, 39. There's parallels with Peyton. You saw Peyton at the end of his career when he won a Super Bowl. He wasn't Peyton. That arm was shot. Defense was the best defense in the league. Von Miller's the Super Bowl MVP that game against Carolina.
But when
Brady comes out with
when Favre went to Minnesota, though, his arm was back.
It came back. It came back. It does. Yeah, it came back. He was throwing the ball through a car wash. When he came back to Minnesota, he did have a revitalization, a renaissance, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, is it possible? Where does, how do you stack up that AFC? I mean, the AFC is such an interesting conference.
We're talking about quarterbacks, right? Probably, look, there's Mahomes and there's Josh Allen.
Right.
All right. There's Jaden Daniels. There's Jalen Hurts. And then you look at Lamar had one of the greatest years in the history of football. He threw 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Yeah. And he ran for 915 yards. 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, cuz. We've never seen that ratio before. 10 touchdowns to an interception in a season. Now, he didn't finish it. Mark Andrews drops the ball at the goal line to beat Buffalo. But it's one of the great, and then you've got Joe Burrow, who is playing on a team that has no defense, and he's putting up 35 points a game and they can't get to the postseason. Like, they're in a division with Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Like, that's as tough as any division in football right there, just from those two quarterbacks and what they can do.
But Baldy, I saw a ranking of the offensive line of Pittsburgh. They had them as the 6th worst. I don't know much about that offensive line, but are they pretty bad?
Well, here's the thing: is Roderick Jones was a first-round pick, 16th pick in the draft 3 years ago. He played right tackle last year, and he wasn't great. He came out of Georgia as a 20-year-old kid. He was a left tackle. Now he's going back to left tackle this year. Troy Fautano played one game last year and got hurt. He was the first-round pick last year. He's going to right tackle. Isaac Seumalo from Philadelphia is as good a guard as there is in football. They hit gold with Zach Frazier at center. Yeah. One thing Pittsburgh knows, they know what a center looks like, going back to Mike Webster. They've got 3 guys in the Hall of Fame from that center position. This guy, Zach Frazier, I call him Matt Frazier. He takes every defense lineman to the mat, and he just pins them. He's good.
That's awesome. Matt Frazier.
Yeah, Matt Frazier. Like, they have a chance. I don't believe they'll be the 6th worst. Now, Roderick Jones did not have a good year last year. So, if he comes on, this has a chance of, like, they've got good pieces. This could be a good offensive line.
I think so. I think you're. I think you're.
Look, my boy Andy Weidel. This has been his. He's been building this team.
Right.
They need the quarterback for sure. But he's been building this offensive line. He's the one that made the trade or signed Seumalo in free agency. He's the one that personally drafted Zach Frazier from West Virginia, 4-time state wrestling champion. Like, the kid is going to be a good player. Mason McCormick was a 6th-round pick last year out of, like, Southern Idaho. I mean, some small school in the Midwest. But they have a chance to be pretty good. Darnell Washington's the biggest tight end in football. He's 6'8". He's 290 pounds. He's got a chance. They got a chance up front to be pretty good.
What do you think of, they move on from Najee, get Giddens. What do you think about their running game?
Well, this Caleb Johnson is a typical Steeler back. He's 225 pounds.
Yeah.
He had a rock good season in Iowa this year. He's good. And then they've got Jalen Warren, who, to me,
he was always
the best running back in Pittsburgh. He popped the calf muscle last year. It was kind of in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
But he's got the biggest set of calves on a human you've ever seen. So when he pops the calf muscle, it takes a little while to heal. But they got a chance. They picked up Gainwell. Andy Weidel loved Gainwell as a kind of a third down back.
Yeah.
Just a kind of a gadget player like he was in Philly. That would be his role in Pittsburgh. Like, if it's Caleb Johnson, I think he's going to be a good player. I think they're going to have a good running game.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what Arthur Smith wants to do, going back to his days in Tennessee, Atlanta. Like, he wants to run the ball.
Yeah, you're right. I could see Caleb Johnson. I mean, like, when he was at Iowa, remember, they had no passing game. Iowa's all defense. They would run the ball constant. All they would do was run the ball.
Who won that game with Nebraska last year, Cuz? Do you remember?
I do. I remember. I actually remember watching it.
Because I remember being in a gym one Saturday and that game was on.
I think it was Nebraska.
And I forget. I don't know if I watched the end of it or not.
Yeah, I think Nebraska won it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just look it up. It was Iowa 13-10. That's right.
That's an Iowa game.
Yeah,
13-10 in black and white.
That's
with
right.
a pair of rabbit ears on your TV.
Yeah.
Like, they take football back to, like Era Parsegian days.
Yeah. Cooper DeGee's brother is a tight end. He's going to Iowa. He'll be a freshman. Yeah. Good kid.
That's literally, here's the thing. Like, just knowing George Kittle all these years coming out of Iowa, he was a 5th-round pick at Iowa. He's like, you don't get on the field at Iowa until you can block. Like, George Kittle came to Iowa, he was 200 pounds. He left, he was 245. Like, he realized that if he didn't live in the gym and gain muscle and strength, didn't matter how fast he was, how good he could catch. Like, if you can't block at Iowa, you won't play at Iowa. So that's just, I mean, it's just the way, they run things.
It's tight end you over there, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is tight end you. Let me ask you a question. Let's go, because you were at the Buccaneers, courtesy of Todd Bowles. And when I look at the landscape of the NFC, could the Buccaneers provide the Eagles with the biggest challenge? Threat.
Look, I told I was talking to Todd for a while yesterday. I was talking to Jason Light. He was in Philly, one of those guys that was under Joe Banner.
Great dude, Jason Light. I've known him for years. Yeah.
Yeah, they drafted really well. It's interesting. So I'm standing there, kind of like talking to all the coaches during practice, and Baker's kind of going back and forth with me on some things. But the number one and number two pick is Emeka Egbuka and Benjamin Morrison. Okay, so Benjamin Morrison comes up to me. I did a breakdown on him, his interception reel before he got hurt. And he's just an elite person and athlete. But at the end, it was 94 degrees yesterday. They're on the field for 2.5 hours. The two guys on the field for another half hour after practice are Emeka Egbuka and Benjamin Morrison.
Wow.
Like on the drug machine, working against each other.
Yeah.
Like they drafted, and Philadelphia knows this too, because Howie's good at this. Like, you win with smart people. You win with guys that are smart and have integrity and character. You win, those who you win with.
Yeah.
And Tampa has been drafting Levante David's in his 14th year, cuz. Like, he's not practicing yesterday, but he's got the script in his hand. And he's literally going through every play on the sideline with all the linebackers, making sure they know the call. He's signaling the call. Like,
yeah, I love it.
They've got a lot of those players. Antoine Winfield's like that. Kalijah Cansey is like that. Vita Vea, Tristan Wirfs, Graham Bart. They got a lot of
that Vita Vea, man. That's what makes that team such a nasty run defense. You get him.
Well, he gave a lot in the passing game too last year. But like, they just could they compete? Obviously, they've beaten the Eagles a number of times here and in the postseason. They smacked them pretty good last year. It was literally their wake-up call last year, getting smacked by them, having the bye week, and then kind of fixing what was broken. And then the Eagles got busy. But they, even when you look at the loss to Washington in the postseason last year, Baker had the ball stripped out of his hands. Yeah. And then they had this weird fumble. They had this weird fumble with Baker and Graham Barton. And the ball was snapped early for whatever reason. Yeah. It was a fumble, and it cost them the game. Washington got the ball in good field position, and they went up and scored, took the lead.
Yeah.
It came down to one play. They've won the division 4 years in a row. They should win it again. I would think that they will give anybody a handful in any postseason game.
I got to tell you, like, their roster, their offense may be the deepest in football. Because you come out with Bucky Irving, who I love, right? Who's just ridiculous. He may be like the most dynamic back.
So listen to this, cuz. I'm talking to GM Jason Light, and we're just going through the team. Jason's great. Invited me to the Metallica concert tonight. Wish I could go, but I got.
That's awesome.
Do it.
Metallica's playing at Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah, I saw them last Sunday. They were fantastic. Highly recommend it.
Who else is with them? They got a couple of heavy.
Well, it depends on the night. They have some alternating nights. Is it the first of two nights?
Yeah.
It could be Limp Bizkit.
It is
tonight.
Limp Bizkit is there.
And Ice Nine Kills. It's a band Ice Nine Kills, Limp Bizkit, and Metallica. The other nights, if they play two nights, would be Suicidal Tendencies and Pantera. That's the night I went.
All right, so here's the problem with having a girlfriend. Like, I could be at Metallica tonight, on the side of the stage with the Buccaneers, but Shakira is playing in Miami tonight. Ooh. So where does the girlfriend want to go? Who wants to go to Shakira? So I got the I got the VIP pass to Shakira. Now you're asking me,
she's the greatest.
Would I rather be at Metallica, just banging it crazy? Maybe even jumping in the mosh pit, or would I rather be at Shakira?
Baldy in the pit, man.
That's a tough choice, Baldy. There's probably pretty good talent at the Shakira show.
I love Shakira, right? Like, that would be awesome, right?
Yeah.
And listen,
I got to see
her kind of girl.
I got to see one of her belly dances, man.
Yeah.
When she does that thing, I just got to see. When the hips aren't lying, cuz I got to watch it.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though, Baldy. Bros before Shakira's, right? Like you got Metallica with Jason Light and the Buccaneers. You're going to pass that up? As much as I love Shakira, and she's one of my favorites.
Baldy,
I don't want to go off on this tangent because I was talking to Jason Light about Bucky Irving. So I said, Jason, look, he's 190 pounds. I'm bringing it back to football.
Yeah,
I mean, they're playing on the 8th. Metallica's playing on the 8th in Tampa Bay, so you can swing over. They do 2 nights, so you can go over Sunday night.
I could.
But he's not going with the Buccaneers.
Saturday. That's possible.
He can get in.
Yeah, but he's got Jason Light and the Buccaneers.
Okay, so you got a 5'9", 190-pound running back that ran a 4.57 40. He's slow. Okay, like by any running back's measure, that's a slow time. Yet the guy makes I'm going to do a video today. The guy makes every first tackler miss. Like his vision and his ability to start is second to none. He goes, look, and this is what a good general manager will do. He goes, if I would have known that Bucky Irving was going to run for 1,200 yards and average 5.8 a carry, I would have drafted him in the 2nd round instead of the 5th round. He goes, but I didn't know that. Like we found that out after we put him in there.
I mean,
but that's football.
I love that kid. So you got Irving and you got Rashad White, and then you go Evans, and I love Jalen McMillan, man, from Washington. He's a stud. When he came in last year, because everybody was hurt, he was great. Right?
He caught. Look, he kind of took over when Godwin got hurt.
Yeah,
the guy had 8 touchdown catches. It wasn't a starter.
Right. I mean, are you kidding me? And then
you got Ibuka. You got Trey Palmer who can fly. And then you got a couple tight ends, Cade Otton. They're one of the few teams in this league. They're bringing back all 5 starters in the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that killed them last year was their pass defense. You could throw on them. That was it.
Well, they had Josh Hayes, who was a practice squad corner, all right, covering Terry McLaurin in a playoff game. That's why they went out, drafted, the guy, Benjamin Morrison. They drafted a corner out of Kansas State, who they love. So he'll be a lot better in that secondary this year.
I mean, I got me juice for football, man.
Fired up, man.
Like, I can't wait for football. I just can't wait. 90 days. We're 90 days away, Baldy.
You know what? You know what's funny about that, cuz? Like, I literally get in my car at 6 a.m. and I drive to Tampa yesterday. And I get there like about 10:15. And, they're serving me breakfast. I go out there. I'm in a full black sweatsuit. I loved every second of watching that practice yesterday.
Yeah.
Because, I had the access where I could hear the, 33 under Will call. All right. So I'm watching Kalijah Cansey run this stunt. Here comes Andrew Walker, the linebacker, through the B gap. So I'm like I'm hearing a call that I'm watching the play. And I mean, I was like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is a run blitz. I knew it was a run blitz.
Yeah.
And here comes Andrew Walker blowing up the play in the backfield. I honestly, if preseason started tomorrow, I'm ready to go.
Baldy! He's ready to go now. I know you are, man. We got mini camp. Are you going to go to mini camps next week?
Yeah, I'm going to go to. I think I'm going to go to Jacksonville. I want to go watch this Travis Hunter play.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go up to Jacksonville next week, in either Philly or Washington. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what you think about Washington.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's good to me, so I just got to make a phone call.
Yeah, I think, you know what, you should listen. You know the Eagles inside and out. Like, you can always go there. I think I'd like to see what you think of Washington. Because
I saw
people
last
think
year,
there's going to be a regression.
No, I don't think. Well, they won 13 games. Counting the playoff wins. They went to Detroit and put up 45. The Eagles blew them out, of course, but their offense line is going to be better. I want to see how they use Deebo Samuel. There's something. They got Laramie Tunsil at left tackle. They got a real left tackle. They They've got good competition. They don't have the pass rushers the Eagles have.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious how the defense, they should be better in the secondary than they were a year ago. So I kind of want to see what Dan Quinn does with the pass rush right now.
I saw they could be a landing spot for Trey Hendrickson, some people are saying.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of room.
Oh, it'd be a great fit.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat around that.
He'd be perfect in that culture.
He would. There's a lot of heat around that. I could see it. Like, you could totally see that. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he wants out.
Baldy, Shakira is playing tomorrow night in Miami as well.
Dude.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
Dude,
you got it.
You
You go to Shakira tomorrow.
Well, I mean, look, I know I'm bragging about Metallica, but, 75,000 Latinas is not a bad night.
Listen, that's a strong night. But, to me, listen, Saturday night is for the 75,000 Latinas. Friday night's for Metallica.
You know what I told my girlfriend, though? I said, listen, this will be the first time I've ever seen the Hard Rock Stadium filled. I've never seen it filled for a Dolphin game ever.
Oh, that's
it's going to be 75,000 for Shakira. Maybe if Dan Marino came back in his prime, he could fill that stadium, but they haven't been able to fill it.
Do me a favor, take some Baldy breakdowns of the crowd.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to do a belly dance breakdown of Shakira. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how those hips don't lie and what that means.
Dude, you got to do
breaking
that.
it down tonight.
And you tag her, I'm telling you, she'll love it. Come on,
What does she have? 81 million followers?
Yeah, it's you.
280 million followers.
She'll see it, man. A Baldy breakdown of Shakira's hips. Come on.
Oh yeah. No, I saw it this morning on a video, and I was like, all right, I like this song. This one's gonna make a breakdown.
No, she's the greatest.
That's awesome.
She's the best. I mean, I love her. I've always been a huge
I'm in her. I got it. The email I got this morning was from Shakira's VIP team.
Oh yeah.
So it's got to be decent. It's got to be decent.
Oh, you're
access.
hooked up. Yeah, you got the video. Of course, you're Baldy, man. Come on. Of course, you're gonna be.
I got a rule of thumb, man. I don't pay for concerts.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless Baldy. The boy doesn't pay.
I'll pay for all the drinks all night long. Not paying for the tickets.
I respect that.
Got to have a code, man.
Yeah, that's a great code.
I'll bring you to 9 Inch Nails in the summer.
All right. I will let you know if I
when you're coming
decide
back
to go
up.
across the state. I'll decide if I want to go across the state to Metallica tomorrow night.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tell Jason to go tomorrow night. You and the Buccaneers. Bunch of pirates. Love it.
Swashbucklers.
Let me know if you're back next week, all right? You're impossible.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Sure, cuz.
All right?
Yeah, let's talk this week. Let's talk this week about the email you sent me.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, guys.
See you.
Have a great weekend, man.
You too, buddy. Love it. Send pictures. Baldy.
Best intro in sports, by the way.
Legend. It is, right? The VG work. It's work of VG.
I know because that's on there, man.
So we got to make one for you for making varsity.
Get VG in the booth,
Yeah,
man.
man. I think he's got to do that. Let's talk about some of our friends, right? Yeah, baby. Baldy. He's the greatest. He cracks me up. Let's talk about Cherry Hill Jeep.
Let's go, man.
All right? We'll send this one to Charlie, this commercial. All right? That's right, because if you're looking for a Jeep or a Ram truck, there's only one dealership in South Jersey that has been the market leader since 1967. That, of course, is Cherry Hill Jeep. You can check them out at cherryhilljeep.com. That's Dante, all right? You know Dante.
Yeah,
Dante's dynamite, dude. South Philly guy.
Staff is
Sportsman.
son went to Newman.
Yes.
Player,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a kid in the area.
Come on, man.
It's amazing.
Nah, great family, but great people over there.
Great
man.
family,
Great
and
service.
of course, a folk dealership.
Big time.
All right? I mean, so if you can sign yourself to a Jeep Grand Cherokee this month, it's the most awarded SUV ever. Motor Week's best midsize utility vehicle for the past 2 years in a row. That's in addition to being a 2024 IIHS top safety pick. All right? You can pull away the most luxurious and functional pickup truck on the market today. Now, this is where I want to get VG in. The 2025 Ram 1500.
Let's do it. I drive the Cherokee. I love it. But let's get VG in the Ram. VG's a Ram guy.
Some big bass speakers in the back of the Ram truck.
Sunglasses.
We'll take him over. We'll
You
take
would
him
look
over.
so good,
See
man.
the crew.
Yeah. He
Some
would
good
look
Fit for you.
Some chunky,
It is,
some
right?
chunky tires.
They'll take care of
Yeah.
you, man. We'll get you something nice over there.
Little Pantera blasted.
Yeah. The most coveted award pickup truck in the industry. The 2025 Ram 1500 was the Motor Trend Truck of the Year. That's you, VG.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah. It's fitting.
Listen, stop by today. You tell them I sent you. You get $1,000 off in trade in. All right, they're gonna get the Cuz deal when you go see. You just tell them, you tell Dante that I sent you. They're gonna hook you up big time. All right, Dante, Charlie, trust me. All right, I don't know. I know people buy Jeeps and Rams at other places. I just don't know why. CherryHillJeep.com.
All right, and if you listen to us, you know our noses. Allergies are blooming because our noses are a mess.
It's the freaking humidity.
Yeah.
Do you have the humidity problem?
I get this time of year. I get allergies.
Gosh.
Right, because everything's blooming. You know what else
Moss
is blooming?
stop.
Low prices over at Ashley
There
Furniture.
you go. All right.
Look at
There
this
you
guy.
go.
Let's spring into some savings at Ashley. Save up
Nice.
to 50% off living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and you can have it all delivered for free. Plus, you get long-term no-interest financing. You save on top brand mattresses, get free delivery and setup and removal. But don't wait. Spring into savings now at Ashley, South Jersey, and Philadelphia. Financing with approved credit. Minimum purchase required. Some exclusions may apply. See store for complete details. Hurry over to a store at Ashley's store in South Jersey and Philadelphia. Visit ashleyfurniture.com for more information. It's always the season for some new furniture.
I might have to hit him up for the
get
shore
some
house,
first shore
man.
house
I might have to hit
furniture.
him up for
Yeah,
Ashley,
dude, that's
man,
perfect.
Get free delivery.
Yeah, get down to Wildwood.
When you going back down?
After Father's Day.
Okay. That's nice. Then you'll spend a few weeks down there?
I'm gonna try to do like 4 or 5 days because if I'm in the city, I'm gonna work.
Right.
So if I get there, I can kind of step away a little bit.
Yeah, you got to get down the shore.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
go hang with.
You'll be
hang with
working
boys.
down there. You'll be networking. You'll be
Yeah.
over at Keenan's or the Seaport.
Seaport, Keenan's, yeah, this week. Usual spots.
I may take a ride down to hang with you one day.
Love it. I would love it. They
That'd-
want us to
that'd be
do
fun.
a live at both places. I talked to both owners. They said this summer they would love to do a show at Keenan's or Seaport.
Yeah. I got my ties are all locked in with the Seaport folks.
All right, so I mean, we pick
Yeah.
a spot. We're there, man.
I'm in.
That'd be fun on Friday.
Yeah,
Do a show
that'd be
down
fun. Yeah, we'll crash at your house.
there. Yeah,
Be perfect.
works for me.
Now we got a friend who has it at your house.
It's so great, right?
Yeah,
I can't wait.
it's-
My first summer ever.
Let's go,
I
man.
might get a
man.
tan.
You're scary, dude. You are just coming out of the crypt.
Come on, dude.
He comes out of the crypt.
Dude, I played golf for 2 years. I got a melanoma. Like, come on, I got to go back in, dude. I got to go back
No,
in.
but you
Got
are
back in the shade.
But you're a crypt keeper, man.
Yeah.
You come out like you just always look. You got that.
Put your shades on, brother. You're looking at me. They got the legs out now.
I know.
Blinding.
Oh, they are just. Man, he's like see-through, man. He's Casper.
Guy, I got that
70?
nice
What are we
Puglia,
doing?
that nice Puglia complexion.
From
Yeah.
Puglia,
Will we put that
You were
70 on,
adopted.
boy?
Yeah, 50.
50? All right, I thought you might put the
Casper.
70 on.
He is. My God.
Casper the Ghost.
Come on, like, at least give me powder. Give me a powder reference. Like
Yeah,
Casper,
you are
I
powder.
like powder better.
Yeah, we got the pink hue in the face.
What's wrong with Casper? You don't like it?
Nah, he's
Yeah,
lame.
all the
Casper's
friendly ghosts?
lame. Yeah.
Yeah, Casper is lame. You're right. You're not lame. You're cool. You're more like a crypt keeper, like Nosferatu.
I like being a
You're
crypt
like-
keeper.
You're a Dracula.
Yeah. Me and the pagan hanging out the crypt.
You are. You guys are. That's why you guys are great for each other.
Yes, we like the
She's,
crypt.
you know, a witch.
Yeah.
You're a warlock, or no, you're like a
Go to
Dracula.
like the dark gothic clubs, some music at night. It's great.
Yeah, you're a vampire.
There you go.
All right. What do we got? We got Franny, or we got the Rothman people?
We got Fran Rothman. I don't know what happened to them. They may have had a surgery.
Man,
or
they're setting
something.
some bones or something
Setting
over
a
there.
bone.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Alcaraz won
Doing
the second
something
set
for
tiebreaker.
I like
What?
it.
Alcaraz won the second set in the tiebreaker. Italians giving him everything he can give right now.
So they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
the Italians, and they would Sinner later
So
on.
I think Sinner's a fake Italian.
Why?
I have to talk to
Yannick
Anthony about
Sinner?
it. Yeah, he's fake. But
Is
he
he?
represents the flag, and he's #1 player in the world. But
Well, he's not of Italian descent.
yeah,
He's born in Italy.
Yeah, it's questionable too.
Where's he from?
What do you think that he snuck him in? And
I
then,
think-
I didn't know what he looks like. I never saw
I'll
him.
bring him up.
Giannis
The
Sinner.
Sinner.
He's very fair skinned.
Yeah, like me. He's probably from Puglia.
Yeah, get
Pulley.
going.
Pulley's in the south, cuz.
That's where I'm from. There he is.
This guy?
Yeah, he's
Ripley's,
the number
guys.
one
This
guy.
guy's not Italian.
Ripley's,
Where's he
guys.
from?
Ripley's.
There's no way.
Listen,
He represents the flag, though. He's number one in the world.
God bless.
In the world.
Now the guy
Where's he
today,
from?
Mazzetti, he's a real
Yeah,
talent.
yeah, I'm with you.
Let me see what. He's from.
He's from. Got to be north.
Let's see.
He's got to be north.
South Tyrol. Tyrol.
We do have Rothman. They were just something with our link, I guess, got messed up.
Oh, great. All right, perfect.
They'll be here in a minute.
All right.
South Tyrol.
Hey, do me a favor. See if Franny could do Monday. This way, I don't want to shortchange him. We got, because then we have the documentary people coming in too. So I want to get a meaty version of Fran.
Northeast Italy.
Northeast.
How far north?
Tony the ref. He goes, I'm dying over here. See-through. Casper. Give VG a break. Tony's like me. He gets triggered by the Sixers too.
Oh, man.
I sent him a picture of Morey and
what do you think they're going to do?
And Harden.
Oh, God.
Right? You want to talk about hate the face? It's just, you see the Morey face.
Let him draft. His trades have been awful. He's been doing decent in the draft, though.
Because how hard are those picks?
Yeah, I mean,
Maxey was an easy. I was like, I want Maxey.
Jared McCain was a little tough.
Okay, here's what I
want
wanted.
to connect.
That's VG.
Wow.
That's me at the beach.
Yeah.
He wears sneakers. He wears sneakers to the beach.
Sneakers on the beach.
Yeah,
man.
Listen, I want to connect.
Yeah.
All right, instead of McCain.
Yeah.
All right. So, in fairness, McCain looked great. I still think Connect's a player.
He is.
But all right, like my point is, how hard is it?
Yeah. For sure. No, I mean,
I can't give him props on that.
All right. That's fair.
Like, if you unearth a gem, like a European gem.
In the second round.
Right. Yeah. Then I go, my man.
He's got it.
Then you got it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the GMs passed on him. Maxey.
I'm actually going to.
If I wanted him.
I'm going to run. I got a thing I got to hit.
Oh, you got to go?
Yeah.
My man.
You got tea time?
I love it.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
We love you, David.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
There's no one better.
He's got a thing, yeah.
I got that thing. Yeah. Go take care of that thing. You can still go meet Sonny. You got to take care of that thing.
Hit him straight.
The best. That's Danny D, the AD. I love our Fridays. They're so, like, informal. Being out here.
So the Paisan, the number one tennis player in the world, the Paisan, he was born or grew up like 3 miles from Austria. He's pretty north.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right over the mountains.
Yeah.
You, all right, we got him. Dr. John Mangan. Mangan is, Dr. Mangan is terrific. He's a fellowship-trained orthopedic spine surgeon.
Oh, man.
All right? And you talk about doing God's work. Yeah. My God.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Doc. How are you, Doc?
Looks like we made it, yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic. Doc, God bless you. First of all, I mean, you're awarded a fellowship in neurosurgical and orthopedic complex spine surgery at the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland. I mean, you want to talk about doing God's work. Man, you tell us about your career for a second, all right? Because the great people at Rothman, we love our Rothman doctors. We love our partnership with Rothman Orthopedics. You guys have fixed all of us. He had a broken neck. We have another neck issue with my producer. I had a torn Achilles tendon that was ruptured, and I have a cadaver in my ankle. Like, Rothman is amazing at keeping us in motion. But, like, we talk about, like, your career and the spine. My God, tell us about your career and those kinds of things that you do.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I heard you guys were just talking about St. Joe's Prep. So I'm a St. Joe's Prep grad. So it started there.
Nice.
And then,
there
we go.
I love it.
And, so, I started my training in orthopedics at Jefferson at Rothman. Then I went out to Cleveland Clinic, and I fell in love with spine surgery pretty early. I get to help a lot of people in some tough situations, and it's rewarding. It's fun, and I love my job. So it's great.
What I mean, it's funny. Adam Taliaferro, who's is a dear friend of mine, and You want to talk about, paralyzed and the whole thing, the scary, just the fright that he and his ordeal that he went through. I mean, what's the trick? What's the key to keeping a patient's spirit, right? Like, isn't that part of the healing process? Is making sure their spirit is there?
And that's the hard part, because that patients, they come in and they're terrified once they have these injuries, and it's really kind of counseling their family members on what life could be like after these kinds of injuries, and then after surgery, if they need it, after their injury, it's about getting them into the right rehabs and keeping their spirits up, which is a challenge, and it's a challenge lifelong, right? Because it's something that we kind of counsel them on every time we see them. Afterwards, we're monitoring for little progress, and anything we can do to keep their spirits up is really crucial.
What are some of the causes, some of the types of causes for them?
So spinal cord injuries, most commonly are from a trauma, right? So it's either car accidents. We're obviously talk a lot about sports. Sports is a fairly rare cause of spinal cord injury. Fairly common cause of neck and back issues, right? We look at, NFL players, collegiate, high school players. A lot of spine injuries will happen, but fortunately, they're not spinal cord injuries where people are talking about paralysis and lifelong changes.
Right.
Although those do happen. But, car accidents and falls are probably the two most common reasons that people have spinal cord injuries in the United States.
Can athletes typically return to their sport after one of these injuries?
So, there's a wide range of spine issues. And so, a spinal cord injury that results in paralysis or weakness, players are probably not returning, right? But there's a whole spectrum. And, here at Rothman, we take care of a lot of athletes professionally, collegiate, high school athletes. And every year we'll have, especially during football season, people who get, some temporary, stingers in both arms. They'll have some spinal cord or spine issues that develop. And we're able to work them back and usually get most of them back to playing again, after we screen them and make sure it's safe.
What are the the kind of symptoms and the treatments? Like, how do you treat that kind of injury? I know it's a kind of a big open-ended question, but what is the kind of the treatment? What's the protocol? How do you go about it?
Yeah, so patients who have a spinal cord injury, it really starts with the first responders. Somebody, if they're involved in an accident, it's treating their neck or their back appropriately, stabilizing them in the field, wherever the site of the injury is. And then when they come to the hospital, it's getting the imaging that we need. Sometimes we're able to treat them with just, observation and therapy. But if they have compression on the spinal cord, typically we talk about surgery to take the pressure off the spinal cord. And that can involve, rods and screws and plates. Or it can involve just taking the pressure off by removing some bone and some ligament. The treatment really varies dramatically depending on what's going on and what we need to do.
What was your most complex procedure that you've ever done?
There's surgeries that we have to do in a trauma situation where we have to kind of go in the front of somebody's neck and in the back of their neck to decompress and stabilize them depending on their fractures, all the way to, we have patients that have developed scoliosis and curves where I have to go in and I have to kind of, break their back and, so to speak, or cut wedges into the bone to realign it. So, a lot of complex stuff, but it's fun and rewarding.
God bless you, man. You're a sports guy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what's your
Telco guy? So
my man, your family's gonna be so proud of you. God bless you, man. I mean, I think that's amazing. Really, I'm in awe of what you guys do. Who's your squad? You Birds? Go Birds? You 4 for 4?
Oh, Birds, and my wife and I are diehard Phillies fans, so we're at Citizens Bank all the time. So can't get enough of it. My kids love it. So
that's great. Let me ask you a question. How old are you have any boys?
I do. Yeah, I got a 3-year-old.
What would you let your son play football?
Ooh, loaded question in my house. Yeah, we'll see. He's a big 3-year-old. So right now, I think that's probably the only sport in his future. But we'll see.
It's funny, Doc, because I had that argument in my house, and luckily I won with both my kids. They're 12 and 15, and they're both playing. And I love what the sport does, and I mean, better than anybody that it. I think people think youth and even high school. No, there's always a risk for injury, obviously concussion.
Yeah,
but it's not the NFL. Like they're not in.
Right.
It's the level of speed and the level of physicality is not the NFL. And I think people kind of think that, which kind of makes them afraid of it. And it's a shame because the game is, I just think, such a rewarding game.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot to learn on the field that'll carry them through for the rest of their life.
Yeah, Doc, you're a blast, man. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Love hanging with you, man. You're gonna come in and hang with us one day, all right?
Anytime. You guys let me know.
Thanks,
Have a great
buddy.
day.
You too, brother.
All right, thanks.
There he is, Dr. Mangan, Dr. John J. Mangan, doing God's work.
God bless those people.
Right? I mean, you know better than anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, amazing stuff. You want to tell us about the golf outing, buddy?
Yeah, sure will. It's coming up June 14th.
I don't have it.
Valley Brook.
Oh, here we go. I do have it.
Yeah, it's at Valley Brook it's our second annual PHLY Liberty Open Golf Tournament presented by Xfinity. Xfinity combines the power of the internet and mobile and with their all-in plan. You get lightning fast speeds at home and a secure network on the go. Restrictions apply. Xfinity internet is required and actual speeds may vary, but this is a 4-person scramble. Includes limited edition PHLY golf tee gift, prizes, post-round dinner, draft beer, all along with a great raffle, including memorabilia. I think you could play with. I think Tyler's going to be out there.
Yeah,
Jamie's going to be out
Bob,
there.
You can play with
Bob
them.
Cooney.
Bob's going to be
there.
there.
Play with them.
Yeah, so visit
That's great.
allphly.com/events to learn more and purchase an individual or a foursome reservation for the tournament. Diehard members, you're eligible to save $50 on a foursome, so get to it. I think it's closing pretty soon. Terms and conditions do apply, but I think it closes early this week, right?
Early this week, yeah. So make sure. I went last year, and it was phenomenal. From the start to the end, I mean, the food that was there, the giveaways.
Are you a player?
Am I a good player? Well,
Yeah.
I'm not injured like I am right now.
Well, I mean, obviously, no, you're not going to playing 36 right now, but
I'm decent.
okay.
Yeah,
He's
I've been
better than
playing.
me.
I've been playing for a long time.
He's better than you?
Yeah.
My grandfather got me out going at like 12.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I've learned how to.
I got to get Mosmo out there. I'm going to get Moss out.
Yeah, that's a
And pick it up with him.
There's a lot of college scholarships out there in the golf world.
Well, we got enough sports. My wife calls me today. Hey, what's the camp situation for the summer? I go,
what's camp?
I mean, so the kid, this is like Anthony's set because he's in high school, right? So they already start like every day's training, and then he'll have his football work at the school.
Yeah.
But Mosmo's got football, but he's got baseball, right? So we got 2 more tournaments this month. Baseball. He's got, and at the same time, they have district all-stars because it's a big year for 12U. So, like, we were at practice yesterday for districts. So he's playing on, it's 2 intensive teams, right?
Yeah.
Because the districts go as long as you're alive. That's the Little League World Series. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You won't be done till August.
Wait. So then we got another.
You got a shot at Williamsport?
No, I don't know. I mean, listen, those kids are ridiculous. Our team's good, but I don't know. South Jersey's good ball, so I don't know. If we make it a couple, I like to at least make it a round or 2.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. But no,
I don't.
I doubt they're not going to be there. You got to have great pitching. So you got. Then we're in a tournament in South Carolina, which I don't even know what I want to do. That's the end of July. And then in middle August, we got Cooperstown for a week.
That'll be cool.
Then he's got football.
Middle August, though. Well, Cooperstown's probably a little cooler than here.
Yeah, we got football. That's South Carolina in July. Then we got football camp, right? Then he's got training camp. So we got a football camp at St. Joe's Prep. And then we got...
you need a sports nanny.
Dude, you have no idea.
I'll help you out. Drive these kids
That's
to
a great
practices.
idea,
She's like,
actually.
should we do the St. Augustine baseball camp again? And I'm like, I love that camp, but what about Legler's camp? I'm like, and I just had Tim on yesterday. Legs was great last night, but that game was phenomenal. Yeah. But I don't know how to squeeze it all in. And I can't
I don't
even.
know how you don't know how I go out every night. I don't know how you do it. I have no
I'm at
idea
a field
how you do this with the
every
kids.
day. I'm at a field every day.
Yeah.
Every day I'm in the field. I mean, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah.
But I also got to manage this thing, and then I got to work, and I need a second job,
right?
To pay for all this stuff.
Some scripts.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how you do it.
We're in overtime, by the way. OT, baby. Overtime. We have our friends with us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to this. This is every Friday we have our TV and movie segment with TV Todd. Is TV Todd here?
TV Todd is here, yes.
So I'm looking forward to this. Let's go to TV Todd, and then we'll bring our guest on, Gene Fruth, who's the co-founder of Grassroots Baseball. This is really awesome. She tells incredible stories about women's baseball. This is going to be a really interesting documentary, this docuseries. Let's have our man, Todd. Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Time.
Yo, buddy.
Yo, good morning, guys.
There he is.
Oh, look, he's making sure we see that hoodie. He's got all fueled by Philly. Yeah.
How about that, man? Of
I didn't
course.
see the Flyers logo on it.
Dude,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, my boy is so fired up. He's coming in for the draft party.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming in for the draft
me
party.
about that.
He's like, yo, you going? I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
when is this? What's happening?
I have these baseball tournaments and all this stuff. Like, it's a weekend night, like it's a Friday night. And like me getting out on a Friday night, good luck.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to run that past Peggy, but I'll be there.
You know,
so Todd and I
Good,
will be
man.
at the PHLY draft party.
But before we start, and I want to get Gene up here. Before we start, I want to offer you a congratulations, Dad, because your daughter, what a sweetheart she is, graduated high school yesterday.
Yeah.
My boy,
Thank you, boys.
Well done.
Thank you.
Did you lose
Thank
it?
you. No, I kept it. I kept it together, but it's been, like everything leading up to graduation. It's been emotional and all that stuff. So now I feel good now that last night is over. Now it's just about the summer and college, and it was a beautiful ceremony, great weather. So it's fantastic. Thank you.
Where's college?
She's going to play lacrosse at a school called SUNY Canton. It's one of the SUNY schools in New York, and it's in the Adirondacks. And she's going to play. She's going to play lacrosse for them.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really good schools. The SUNY Purchase. In fact, the Knicks used to practice at SUNY Purchase. It's a great school. They're like elite schools.
What I'm excited about is the school is. The part I'm not excited about is the school is about 6 hours away from where I live. But what's cool about it is it's near Ottawa. So I'm looking forward to spending time in Ottawa and getting to know that city, going to see some hockey. I'm looking forward to that.
That's a great. You know what? That's a good town, Ottawa. It really is. I drove one time. There was a minor league pitcher. There was a pitcher that I wanted to see. He was like a phenom. I'm trying to remember who it was.
In Ottawa?
Yeah, I was in Montreal, and I drove from Montreal to Ottawa. And it was. I remember the drive being tough because it's before I could go to Waze, and it was all the signs were in French. So I remember making my way to Ottawa, which Ottawa's English speaking, but I was going from Montreal to Ottawa. I love the city. It was a great city. Those Canadian cities are gems. They really are.
They really are. I'm excited about it. So, thank you. It goes, as we talked about, Anthony, it goes super, super fast. So all these weekends and all these sporting events, you will miss it the second it is over.
I know, dude. How far are you from Limerick?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Probably.
You know what's funny? We have a tournament this weekend in Limerick. You know what's funny? I think of like anything.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a tournament in Limerick. I think it's near you. I don't know. Like I couldn't even tell you
anything past the main line.
Yeah, like
it's probably
anything
near Todd.
that is on some sort of PA highway out of the city. I think it's near Todd.
Once you go through the tunnel,
like that's Reading, right? Or Hershey. I don't know.
It's
the
York
same thing, right?
It's all the same.
Poconos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's all
They're
near
all
Todd.
like I almost think it's all near you.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a good thing it's not because we already have 3 Mile Island. I don't want Limerick here as well.
That's true.
And before we get serious with this documentary stuff, I got to tell you, Todd, big week in my world. Big week. Love Island Season 7 came out. Fiji looks beautiful.
Who sent you this thing?
Yeah, you reminded me. I was off the radar. He's the one who's like, "Oh, Love Island." Send me a text.
I'm all in. I get these updates.
Yeah, I don't. Weirdly, I watch it every season.
No, not from that. I get these updates. Yeah. You probably subscribe to the dailies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came on the dailies. I got it. And I just read the dailies, and I saw it. And I'm like, I got to send it to VG.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a good one.
You're VG, man. You're a kook. On the week that Wes Anderson's new film is premiering, The Phoenician Scheme, you're worried about Love Island?
Oh man, it's the good friend. It's there 4 days a week, every day but Wednesday. It's beautiful. Every weekday but Wednesday. It's fantastic. The scenery's great.
What do you do? Do you do like I know you're a big charcuterie fan. Do you do that, or what do you do?
Last night I did a little, what did I do? Oh, a little spinach artichoke dip with some Tostito strips. Yeah, sit back and enjoy it. Yeah, fantastic. There's Bella, and there's this guy, cowboy model Taylor. They're gonna be spicy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Spicy.
I think I'm gonna go see Bring Her Back tonight. That's the plan so far.
Yeah.
Let me know how that is because I really want to see it.
Yeah.
People are freaking over that.
Are they really?
Yeah. It's one of those movies that they're claiming people are feigning towards. That kind of thing.
Why? It's that crazy?
Creepy. I heard it's very, very dark and very creepy.
I heard this Bring Her Back and It Follows are like connected in some way.
No, they were Talk to Me.
Talk to Me,
the director. They did that one.
What's the premise?
I don't know the premise of this movie. I just assume it's.
Oh, are they bringing back a child? Like a couple?
Yeah.
Dead daughter or something?
It's like a Pet Cemetery type style.
It is. Like there's a foster parent who performs these rituals and these kids die, I suppose, and they bring them back. And of course, whenever you bring kids back or pets back, it doesn't go well.
Children of the Corn.
Don't bring kids back. God forbid. Oh my God. You're right. What else is out? By the way, I was going to ask you about Mobland because it's done now.
I'm holding. I'm going in soon.
Right.
But so Anthony, it starts streaming tonight. I think it's on Max, but it starts streaming tonight. Is the Alto Nights, the De Niro Nicholas Pileggi movie? Yeah. Now VG. I see you making a face. Now let me jump in here. I've recommended it to people, right? Said, don't listen to the critics. Almost everybody has come back to me and said, I'm glad you told me not to listen to the critics. That is a great, fun movie.
You're talking to people in Hershey. They don't have enough coal. They don't have as much culture as we got down here.
I was talking to Philly people. I was talking to my boy Neville. You know my boy Neville.
Oh, Neville's a good guy, but I mean, this got 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. Todd, 39%.
They're too high on chocolate, those Hershey people.
What's the no, VG? What's the audience score? The critics
I
are
don't
critics.
pay
What's
attention.
the audience score?
I can't pay attention to general population reviews. Come on, Todd.
This is a guy that watches the garbage of garbage. I mean, think about who you're arguing with.
I want to see Robert De Niro. Was he playing 6 characters, one of which is like 19? Come on.
He's 2 characters.
I'm so out on it.
Yeah.
Well, good. I hope you enjoy it.
I hope
you watch. I hope you have a great time. Yeah.
Alto Nights.
Sam and I will be watching.
Sam's going to say, who recommended this? You let her know.
No.
VG tried to stop this.
You're out, cuz. You haven't recommended anything that's good.
What? That's not true. I don't know.
Because there is a date night movie that came out today too that's streaming that is a foreign film. So you told me to bring those up.
Yeah.
Here's one I've actually wanted to see. It's on Peacock. It's called The Ballad of Wallace Island. It was shot in Wales.
Right.
But basically, it's this kooky story of this lottery winner who invites this singer-songwriter duo that he loved back in the day to come onto the private island and play a concert for him. and they think they're going to the island to play like this giant concert and reunite, and it's really him trying to get them back together. I heard it's pretty good.
Wow, get out. All right. That's cool. I will watch that. I watched we watched an Italian film last weekend. It was good. You know, it was I forget the name of it. The Price of Love. It was about parents that their adult children leave the house and like they forget about them. You know, as they're going. It's called The Price of Love.
What was it called?
The Price of Love. Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, it was good. We like our foreign movies, so there was.
Did any of you guys start the new Apple series with Owen Wilson, the golf series called Stick?
Yeah, I heard it was good. I haven't started it yet. That's on my list.
This weekend, I am. Yeah.
I heard it's good.
It's very formulaic in terms of a golf movie, golf show. But what I'll say, he discovers this incredible phenom and wants to try to represent him and to bring his career back. So it follows all those typical, plot lines. But it's really well written. It's very funny.
Oh wow! Oh, that's cool. I may watch that. I would take a shot. I like Owen Wilson.
Yeah, this is a classic. This is a classic in the pocket Owen Wilson movie.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Or show,
yeah.
TV show.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm in on that. All right, I want to get Gene up here because this story is so cool. Gene, do we have Gene? Come on, Gene. Come on over here. How are you? Nice to meet you. What a pleasure. Great to meet you. Put these on. And look at this. What a cover. Oh, my God. See her, be her. How beautiful is this cover? Andrew, get a close-up of this. This is so awesome. How great is this? Tell us about this beautiful project. This is beautiful. I see you have your camera.
I always have my camera.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Gene, meet Todd. So Todd is our TV movie critic.
Hello, Todd.
He's also a producer.
Hi, Gene.
Nice to meet you.
And he's a
you
producer.
Too.
Produced several projects. So tell us about yours. This is such a great story.
So See Her, Be Her is a documentary we made that premiered on the MLB Network last year during the World Series between Games 2 and 3. And it's about 7 women baseball players around the world competing for the World Cup. It came down to the USA and Japan. I'll let you guess who won.
USA won.
No, they didn't.
Japan won?
Japan's like a powerhouse.
I know they are.
I know. Yeah. They are. Yeah. They know how to bunt.
Oh, really?
They do.
So that's not a surprise because Japanese baseball is so, when it comes to fundamentals, they are so on point.
So on point. So organized. So,
yes.
Yeah. It's
organized. Exactly the right word, too.
Yeah. Disciplined.
Yes.
Yeah. But USA took the silver, Canada bronze, and Japan the gold. But USA has a powerhouse team, so my guess is when they're going to play again in 3 years, USA's coming for them.
I like it. I want to know about, so it's funny because I want to talk to you about a female baseball player from this area who's done some really interesting stuff. But tell me about your project. What's...
So these women, women, people don't even know that women play baseball.
Right.
That's the thing. And that's why this film was important to make. It's to give, and because you have this amazing podcast, it creates these cameras,
Oh, my God.
It creates visibility.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So in visibility with the hopes of giving these women more opportunities.
Exactly.
And opportunities are happening. Great things are happening with the film. Our woman from Japan, Ayami Sato, a minor league team owner, reached out to her in Canada. And now she's the first woman playing professional baseball on a men's team in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, because...
That's awesome, because of the film.
Because of the film, I'd like to... Yeah, that's what...
Gee, you make... think about that. You're making difference. That's the beauty of art, is that you can make a difference in people's lives and in the world.
That's the whole point.
It is. It's the whole point of what you're doing here. You really can advocate. You can create visibility and hopefully inspire change. And change is happening. I mean, we're not looking for perfection. It's progress that's happening, and it's expanding the game. You know, that's why MLB goes to London and they go to other countries.
That's right.
It's
You want to
expanding
grow
the
it.
game.
Yeah.
You want to grow it. So, and another avenue for growing it is women's baseball. And there's 25 countries that have national teams.
I was blown away when I was doing some research. There's 25 national teams around the world. You don't think that many countries play baseball.
There is 50 professional women's baseball teams in South Korea.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That is amazing.
It is amazing. And in Japan, I mean, Japan women's baseball has been, it starts at a younger level, so they have a pipeline. But there's professional teams that are tied to the professional men's teams, and then there's a women's team with the same name. And these women are starting to get paid. They're, paid. We have Kelsey Whitmore, who was the first woman to get paid to play professional baseball in the United States. And so things are happening. And now there's a league that's going to start next year for women's baseball. Starting with 6 teams, and I don't have a lot of details about it, but progress is happening. And of course, women's softball has now.
MLB just invested a ton of money into female softball. It's incredible.
It's terrific.
Do you know? Have you heard of Gracie Murray?
No, Gracie. I bet Jeff has.
She's amazing. She's from Bucks County. You remember her, Andrew?
I do. Yes.
Because we had her on the Yo Kid. I also do a youth sports podcast. And Gracie is an amazing player. She's also a big pioneer in helping girls baseball. The Olympics. She's tremendous. She's like 16 years old. And she's awesome.
That's where it's coming from, too. The youth, this generation now coming up, these 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, like we're going to see more happening. And the pipeline's expanding. So it wouldn't surprise me if we just see more success in both the arenas of softball and women's baseball.
Todd?
I love this, Gene. First of all, I thank you for this. Not only I'm congratulating you on getting the film done and out there, but also I'm the father of a female athlete. So I watch my girl start
Hashtag girl dad.
Hashtag girl dad. Start from like baseball was her first sport, and worked her way eventually through ice hockey and lacrosse. But what this does, projects like this, it just shows that it's possible, and it allows them to even dream about things they couldn't even dream about before. I love this. I love your whole rollout strategy. You're playing at AMC theaters, right?
Yeah, this Sunday we'll be here in Philly, downtown. I think the AMC is on Market Street, downtown Philly, 11 a.m. We're showing the film. All students, it's free, thanks to Dolby and Sony. And
that's awesome.
So any student can come for free, and there's still tickets on seeherbeher.com. So if anybody wants to go see the film. It's also on Amazon Prime now. We're streaming in 3 countries, the USA, Canada, and Japan. So
that's exciting.
It's nice, yeah. I mean, and anybody who's been involved in making a film or a documentary, they know how hard it is to get distribution. So
he knows all about it.
Yeah. So it is great. And I love what you said about having the dream. We have Billie Jean King as our executive producer, and she said just what you said. She wants the chance. She wants every girl to be able to dream, to be able to do whatever she wants to do. I mean, ice hockey is a great example. I mean, we're right at a time where women's sports, I mean, there was a time when nobody came to watch women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look at look at how filled the stadiums are, the arenas are. It's so cool. Now we have our second year. We just finished a second season of women's professional hockey. So it's the time, where it's happening. And all it does is make sports better.
Do you know the numbers? I saw Japan has 23,000 girls playing, in Canada 27,000. Do you know in America what the numbers are?
Oh gosh.
Are they even close to those numbers?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's not as close. No, I mean because softball has such a history here in the U.S. So, but now more women are just playing sports, more girls, and it's not like one or the other. It's really just growing both at the pace.
Sure.
I'm so excited to see softball have a professional team. Softball's been around for a long time.
Oh my God!
With Little League.
I mean, we just
I've been watching the tournament all week.
The tournament's been really interesting. It's so much fun.
And the level of play is higher than it's ever been. That's what makes it fun.
Well, how
People
about
wanna
Oklahoma
watch.
lost? When Oklahoma lost, and they lost in that home run, which was incredible. Like, this kid was a dominant pitcher. She was pitching a gem. Oklahoma was a dominant, program, and they lose on a walk-off home run. It was amazing.
Those ladies are throwing gas too. It was like
big time.
80-mile-per-hour balls going in.
So what drove you to this subject matter, and what are you a sports fan first, and then decided? I know you're a storyteller, so that's one thing. But what drove you to this project in particular?
I mean, I've been shooting baseball for a really long time, and other sports, of course, and at a time when there were not many women shooting, professional sports. Certainly, like, I'd be the only woman in the photo pit, shooting Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants, or one of the only women on the sidelines of the 49ers. I was shooting professional sports in San Francisco.
Who'd you work for? Did the
I worked
Chronicle?
for local newspapers.
Yeah, the Chronicle and Examiner?
This group. No, not the Chronicle, but my buddies shot side by side with them. It was this group in Northern California that had 4 papers. And first it was shooting youth sports, high school sports, college sports, and then professional sports.
So I was a writer for newspapers. So I know all about that.
Now people say, what's a newspaper?
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But no, you fell in love. I'm sure you shot Barry Bonds.
Oh. Baseball is definitely my first love. And then, seeing now what's happening with these women. And I shot my first all-girls baseball game a few years ago doing a project along Route 66. And the magic, you always see one girl on a little league team, right? There's a boys' little league team, and then there's there's a girl on this team. You see this, the girl's going to pitch next inning. And that's great that girl is playing. But really the magic is when girls get to play, right, with other girls.
Yeah.
Then they're just athletes. They're not, there's the girl.
Right,
now
right.
they're just strong athletes. And when I saw this first all-girls baseball game, I was so into
You're
it.
hooked.
I was like, yeah. And the opportunities for them, it was right before high school, and they were telling me, well, their high school doesn't allow girls. They have to switch to softball. There's not really a chance. It's very hard to compete as everybody gets older and bigger. Playing against the boys becomes more difficult for them. So this film is to create more opportunities and to tell girls to be able to dream. And then you see the parents who say, oh, wow, I was on the fence about letting my daughter play baseball, but I had no idea it was this big. I'm going to support her in her dream. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do.
That's
Japan,
beautiful.
Ichiro's pretty active in promoting it in Japan.
Ichiro is incredible. He does this game every year against the girls' high school all-star team at the Tokyo Dome and sells out the Tokyo Dome. And he has his men's team play against these high school girls. And it's not a joke. It's serious. He takes it seriously. He wants them to come with their best game. He expects them to come to win. And the level of play goes up each time because they're playing against Ichiro.
Wow.
And he says the only difference is they stay the same age and he keeps getting older.
Is there an ambassador in the U.S.? Has anyone hopped on to try and promote it here in the States?
Oh, yeah. I mean, MLB has been great showing it during the World Series. There's an MLB women's baseball ambassador. They named Veronica Alvarez, who's the manager of the Women's USA team.
Yeah.
She's the first women ambassador for women's baseball with Major League Baseball. I mean, and there's more and more support. We're heading to Williamsport right after this, driving to Williamsport. It's 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
And it's the second year that they're having an all-girls tournament at Williamsport.
Oh, wow.
All-girls baseball tournament.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So big support from Little League. So it's happening.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Todd?
This is great. I mean, congratulations again. So you're in AMC. You're on like an AMC theater tour, but the entire film could stream right now on Amazon Prime?
Yep. So, yeah, those who can't make it to the AMC theaters, we have 12 cities that AMC Dolby is showing it across the country this baseball season. But if you can't make one of those, seeherbehare.com, you can see the schedule for that. But it's, streaming on Amazon Prime, so you can rent or buy it on Amazon Prime, too. So, we're really excited about that, just getting the visibility.
Great work.
I want to come back to Philly for another World Series. I shot the last one.
You did?
Yeah, it was 2022.
Yeah, against the Astros.
I love the Philly fans.
So did you
see you in
fall
Fort
in
Worth.
love with the singing in the stands, right? Like just the whole
It's
magic.
passion.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah.
And the costumes, the face painting.
Yeah.
I love being here.
Yeah. There's an
I'm
energy.
from New York. So, but it's that energy,
Yeah.
this Philly energy. You can't beat it.
It's intense.
Yeah,
it's something.
I want it.
So Alex Rodriguez, who's a friend, and comes here with Fox, and he's like, dude, you got to. That whole run. He's like, these fans are amazing. I wish they were cheering for me. Why don't tell them not to hate me? Because they would boo him in the outfield.
Yeah, he came during 2020. He came. He had this whole entourage with him. He rides in his suit. He's looking good.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Well, you know what they were saying."
Exactly. That's fantastic. What a pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Man, oh, seriously.
Thank you. Thanks so much
You're
for having me.
fantastic. You're great. I wish seeherbeher.com. Yeah. Make sure you go there, and we're going to see you again, Gene, this October.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right?
Let's do it.
You got to come.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Great to see you.
Great work.
Seeherbeher.com. Important. And, we love sports. Jimmy Rollins had a piece of this, too, didn't he?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah. I know. I just thought about this. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy Rollins is a part of the production.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy. I mean,
right to the mic. Here.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't forget Jimmy. Jimmy! Don't worry, you just talking to that mic. Yeah,
that's better. Okay, yeah. I mean, Jimmy talks about, and the film, we interviewed Jimmy for the film, talked about his love of baseball came from his mother, watching her play softball, watching all these women move around on the grass, and he loved baseball because of his mother. And really credits her. And he went to Uganda. We have one of the countries we went to is Uganda. Women play baseball in Uganda. And he talks about seeing these women play in Uganda and how much it moved him and the athletic ability they had there.
Wow.
So thank you, Jimmy Rollins.
That's awesome.
And go Phillies.
Go Phils.
Go Phils.
I like it.
I want to say it like you, but I can't. Thanks.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's cool. Gene's cool, man.
Yeah.
See her, be her. Beautiful story. My God.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah. What else we got this weekend, Todd? Any other selections?
Now I just added that film to my list for the weekend.
Exactly.
I'm definitely watching that. That's great. I'm excited to see that actually. This is a weird week. We talked about a few films that are out. The new Wes Anderson film is out. It's pretty much standard Wes Anderson film. So if you're a fan of, Rushmore and all of his films, Royal Tenenbaums, you're going to love this one, I'm sure. We talked about Stick on Apple TV. That's out now. And the second season of Shane Gillis's comedy Tires is out now on Netflix. Okay. That's out for the weekend too. Lots of comedy this weekend, which I know because it's not your thing. A weird film in the theaters as well. A movie called The Ritual, which I usually love. I love exorcism films. This one's based on the original story that became The Exorcist. But here's the weird part about it. Al Pacino's in it.
What?
As the devil?
No,
I'm a fan of man. Look, don't touch.
That'd be great if they exercise the person and he pops out.
That would be awesome. A crossover, Devil's Advocate crossover.
Yeah. Dude, he was a great devil in The Devil's Advocate. He was
Absolutely.
Take the subway, my boy. Don't let him see it coming. I'm the shoes next to her bed. That was great.
Really,
like, his
really
whole
good.
thing. Oh, that's fantastic. So what is he? What's he play? Priest?
I think he does. I think he plays one of the exorcists.
Yeah. Those things still freak me out, because you always wonder, is that there's a degree of your mind saying, well, maybe it's real, right? Like there's always that. That's what makes it so scary, is that there's plausibility, even though
It's good.
There's a monkey who plays tic-tac-toe, never loses, like you.
I think you're quoting all these. Oh, man.
I can quote every.
There's also like a John Wick spinoff, isn't there?
Yeah, the Wick.
Yeah,
ballerina.
Ballerina. Yeah,
Ana de
ballerina.
Armas, yeah. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
I caught a click and stick last night, Casino. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I watched the last 50 minutes of it. You know.
You can't not watch that. You can't not watch that movie when it comes on.
It was just, you know, it's funny because you pick up little things after you watch it. And Casino was always like down. Like I loved Godfather. To me is the greatest. Goodfellas would be second. You know, there's like I like Donnie Brasco, but Casino was great. But it was always like toward the middle of my list. And then I'm watching last night, and it's so good. Like there's such great stuff in that thing, man.
You know what I loved? You know what I loved about Casino? And again, Nicholas Pileggi, who wrote Casino and Goodfellas, he wrote The Alto Nights. So that's more, you know, fodder for that.
Did you produce this series?
I wish. I wish I did. I wish I did.
Is he sponsored?
You know what the best part? No, I wish I was.
Alto Nights.
Got a plug.
Listen, man. Listen, man. You gotta think beyond the critics. You gotta think beyond the critics, dude. You have to.
Oh my gosh.
What's the Crypt Keeper's name? Remember that little guy come out of the crypt in the show? Creep Show?
Creep Show.
That's him.
Creep Show's good.
He's the Crypt Keeper. That's
dude, the original Creep Show movie is awesome.
It's great.
Yes,
it is great. I agree with you. It's a great movie. That's it.
Yeah, right.
That's VG.
Yeah. I'm all dressed up.
Want to go to the pub?
What do you think, Jules? He's the Creep Show guy. Right? Look at him. He looks like with that pinkish reddish hue.
Come on.
Right?
Join me in the crypt.
Don't go near VG, man.
Todd, I'm surprised there's a documentary in the theaters. I thought you'd be all over.
Which one?
Pavements.
I don't know it. Tell me about it.
Oh, it's at the Bourse. It's about the band Pavement. Stephen Malkmus. It's all about the band Pavement.
Oh.
I thought you'd be a
cool.
Pavement guy, no?
Yeah. I like that. And I love music docs. I'm going to check that. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, it's at the Bourse, I think.
Very cool.
All right, buddy. What do you think tonight? Edmonton, Florida.
Big pushback by Florida tonight. I think I'm going to say Edmonton wins it again. Another close one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
I think this is, and then I think they're going to lose both in Florida. I think this is going to go just home. That this series.
Yeah, I could say it. Yeah, this is an even. This series is going 6-7. I mean, I think it goes 7, back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you think Edmonton that much better?
Edmonton look like they got the legs and just the will right now.
They had legs. I agree.
We'll see.
Yeah, they were gritty.
Really fun series.
It is. Their blue line's great. Mm-hmm. But Florida's deep, too. Like, Florida goes 3 lines. They roll 3 lines on you.
Edmonton goes just as deep. That's
they
overlooked.
Don't.
Yes, they do.
Their third line doesn't compare to Florida's third line.
I mean, they're productive. I think you're underestimating them.
Listen, I like Edmonton. I'm rooting Edmonton, but I'm just keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real, too. Both teams have had 19 players score a goal. I mean, that's pretty deep for both sides. Their whole roster's actively
Listen, if you had Hyman, I would agree with you. But without Hyman, it hurts their depth.
Sure.
That's why
Hyman's a big loss.
That's why when they're down, they have to roll McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line.
Yeah.
And they're worried about that because they're not deep in the second line, let alone. That's why they do that. I mean, listen. I think
the role players at Edmonton have been really,
dude. They're stars. Edmonton has stars. I think Edmonton's got a better blue line. I think Edmonton's got better top end players, but Florida's got better depth. I don't know, Todd. You break the tie.
No, I think you're right. Florida has the depth, but Edmonton has the flash. I think that those top lines really are going to get it done for Edmonton. There's no doubt.
There you go. Oil, buddy.
I'm about to. You disrespected Nugent Hopkins. I mean,
he stinks.
Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins having a great playoff season. Great playoff season.
Dude, I could play on that power play score. Stop.
Man,
with Ted
you're
Nugent.
messing with the Nuge.
Dude,
That's wrong disrespecting the Nuge.
Stinks.
Ted Nugent.
Thanks. Ed Wright says Nugent Hopkins and Kane been buzzing on that second line. Thank you, Ed Wright.
Stinks.
Ed Wright says, I don't know what you're watching, cuz. Yeah, Ed, hey.
Stinks. Nugent Hopkins blows.
Crazy.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
How does anyone hate Nugent Hopkins?
I hate him. I do. I hate him. I always hate him.
Trigger alert. Trigger alert.
Who would think Nugent Hopkins would irritate anybody?
He irritates. I hate him. I always hated him. I think he stinks. He lives off of those. You live off of McDavid and Draisaitl. Anyway, that'll do for us today.
Yeah.
Todd, we love you, brother. You good this weekend?
Yeah, I'm real good. Finishing up the graduation parties, and then got to get into the theaters a little bit here and see some stuff. But, cuz, still going to work on you about that draft party. You got to come meet us for a beer.
If I can, I definitely will. Yeah, listen, you're in town. I'll come just to hang with you. So
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hang with your PHLY crew. I love the Flyers crew.
Matt's, it doesn't get better than Matt's and Charlie.
Yeah.
Matt's and Charlie are fun. They're a blast.
I'm excited.
I might have to get you down for this interview. We might be doing a big Flyers thing. So
I know. I talked to you. I'm in on that. I'm in.
Yeah. All right, brother. You're the man.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
See you, pal. All right, buddy. What's your one tap for you?
I think I'll go to a movie tonight. I'm going to go down. There's a skateboard event down in South Philly tomorrow.
Cause it's amazing, right?
I don't know about
skateboard
Sunday.
event.
He's everywhere.
Like
He was at Porch Fest last weekend. Pride.
Yeah.
You
Man, you do it all,
You got to do it before it gets too hot.
Pub every night.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have kids for a reason. I got to take advantage of it.
Might be taking notes.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, listen, have fun.
What are you doing? You doing baseball?
I'll be in Limerick.
Hear good things about Limerick.
I'll be in Limerick. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I got a game tomorrow at 10.
Power plant out there, right?
Near TV Todd.
There's a power plant. Right?
You know what I always get off? Like, there's the Western and then there's the Northeastern PA.
Yeah.
And I always mess up.
It's like Jim Thorpe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd's is right near there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he's right by Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe, Baldy. All right.
Phil's get healthy over it against the Pirates.
Leave the lizard alone.
Yeah.
Come on, Eddie Wright. Leave the lizard alone.
Love the lizard.
All right. Eddie Wright.
Eddie Wright also said Nugent Hopkins been a .75 point per game player since he turned 25. That's right.
Stinks. You could too if you play with Draisaitl. Tell Eddie Wright. No, he goes. He emailed yesterday. Luzardo.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's good. That is good.
Luzardo. Stop. Nah, man. Leave him alone. Lizard.
Julia, you worried, Julia?
He'll come back.
He'll come back. Yeah.
Poor Jules. Leave her alone. It's great. All right. That's going to do it for us. Have a great weekend, everybody. We love you. We'll see you on Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.